This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
I missed that giggle. Welcome to DBL. It's Tuesday, October 26th, my 8th-year anniversary.
Congratulations to you and
you.
Mr. Brooks.
That's exactly
the
right.
handsome Mr. Brooks. That should be the name of the book you read.
The handsomest of all Brooks. I'm Tori here with Erica and Al. We do have an update. One of the actors cast in the Alec Baldwin movie Rust is speaking out about some of his safety concerns on set. So this is Hudson. He played an outlaw in the film who gets killed in a shootout. He said filming this scene was extremely unsettling. So here's what he told TMZ. Take a listen. I mean, you could tell that man is somewhat traumatized just by listening to him. So my question to you guys is, would you feel comfortable if you were Hudson or someone who's coming up, right, in the world on an album? Would you say something?
No. And this is what we talk about with hierarchies. And usually, Erica, we talk about it in terms of kind of the Me Too and people not wanting, but it's really kind of the same thing. We're just replacing a different unfortunate adjective. And at this point, the way that we have things set up, there's one person at the top that makes the call on not only just like your job now, but how about, Erica, you'll never work in this business again? What if I say that to you? What if I'm right?
Harvey Weinstein did say that.
Yes, and so when we see these stories, I refuse to let ourselves or our audience go, I cannot believe that, because we all can, because this is the power structure we've set up. And that's why we have the Harvey Weinsteins and all the people that can lock their door from the inside of their office and things like that. There's too much power given to one person, and this is the result, Erica.
Well, and then there's this cloak of silence. You know, it's not just one person given too much power. It's also how the hierarchy is set up. Then they have protections from within that bubble, and then those people are protected. And by the time it gets down to someone who is very new to the industry, this might be their first time shooting a film or first time walking into a corporate office.
Right.
And of course you're not going to say anything that's going to go against what the culture is set up to be. You know how, taking this completely outside of this, because most people aren't going to be able to relate to being on a film set, but is it any question as to why 4.2 million Americans quit their jobs in the month of August alone? People are really sending some very powerful statements about the way they would like to be treated as human beings in corporate settings, in the job force in general, and they're not showing up. So until we start treating human beings like they should be protected and advocated for on all realms, then we're just not going to have anybody working.
Erica,
I don't know what everybody doing.
You just unlocked the memory, and I know we got to move on, but this is so important. This weekend I was in LA, and my son is up. He's like a rooster. He's up at 5:15 on a Saturday. I'm like, what are you doing? And so of course we're up, and so I'm like, all right, well, let's go get some coffee, and we go to CVS. When we go to CVS, it's probably 6 a.m. Saturday morning. It's me and my son, and I'm talking to this young Hispanic gentleman. He's 24, probably a manager, and just this older white dude just comes in and goes, LA Times, got it or not? Like, that's 6:02 a.m. energy, and like he's like unmasked, of course, and you got it. And he was like, sir, if we do, it's over there. So he walks over there. He didn't see it. Comes back. He goes, well, either you have it or you don't, but don't make me waste my. And he's like yelling at this guy at 6:05 on a Saturday morning. I don't even think the sun was up.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to that same CVS at 5 o'clock that day. Same place, different employee, different guy yelling, older white guy yelling at a young employee. Now, either I just have weird timing,
or that happens all the time.
And I went home and I told my ex-wife, I was like, this is why people are not going to work anymore.
Because they're getting harassed.
Because they're not being treated as human beings.
Absolutely.
You have people screaming in their face, moving their masks, calling you everything but a child of God, and we go, oh, I guess people are lazy. People just don't want this anymore.
Absolutely.
And this is on so we just won't have it. What do they say to society? This is why you can't have nice things. This is why we can't have employees. So enjoy it, Karens, male and female.
Interesting. Good.
Sorry.
No, that's good. I get it off your chest. I appreciate that.
I had those jobs. I take it very personally.
We all do. That's why we all work well. We don't have egos. Speaking of the production for Rust, the film is on indefinite pause, obviously, as investigators try to piece together sort of what happened. Detectives reportedly recovered loose and boxed ammo and a fanny pack with ammo from the set. Meantime, the Wrap reports that crew members on the set used the prop guns with live ammunition to go plinking earlier in the day. If you don't know what plinking is, it's informal target shooting, like shooting at beer cans in the woods. One more to let you know, the assistant director who already had a complaint about him on a Hulu series was fired from the project before for discharging a firearm improperly. And I go legal. That's where my brain goes. And I talked to my dad. And when you have all of these things in a pie, and you mix them in, and you mix them in, and you mix them in the law, all those negligent pieces build up until you get to a stronger charge. So instead of it being a mistake, a civil issue, this could become involuntary manslaughter simply because of all the holes that they kept doing and the negligence that they kept doing. And may I say, in my opinion, it looks like they cheaped out. You didn't get union people to work on your show. We know several people were non-union. Those people know what they're doing. They're in union for a reason. And when you're handling guns and you're treating it as a cheap set, danger happens. So I just really think, look to the criminal prosecution to this. The negligence is almost out of control, really, in my mind.
So they used a gun that was meant to be on set to go out for sport and shoot at cans.
Correct. Live ammunition. Live. There should never be live ammunition even on a set in a union show or any show, really, to protect that. So we want you all to write us in what you're thinking. It's just, every day it gets a little bit worse for this production. All right. Have you ever thought about what you do if you got lost while hiking? I do.
I don't.
I don't even go hiking. Well, a hiker who failed to check in at the end of the day while hiking Mount Elbert here in Colorado was reported missing to authorities. So emergency responders, what they do? They tried to get in touch with the hiker. But get this, the hiker declined their repeated phone calls and didn't answer their texts, all because the calls came from an unknown number. So experts are saying, don't do this.
Do you need an expert for that?
I know. If you're not back at the time you're scheduled, chances are any calls you might be getting from folks are trying to check in with you to make sure you're safe. I get the phone anxiety. I don't like to pick up the phone, and I'm working on that to my bosses. But this is a little bit.
No,
Well,
okay,
there was another point to this that people were suggesting that if you're in a situation where you might be off the radar, to change your voicemail.
Correct.
And to say where you are, that you're in distress, you know, that you might need help in case your phone dies. And I was like, nobody's doing this. And then I opened up my social media and I saw 10 posts about this. But experts are saying this isn't the way to go either if your phone is about to die, because now you're draining your battery. Not to mention, y'all don't change your voicemail greetings all that much, so you could be chilling at the house and have that voicemail. So I don't know what the appropriate answer is, but just know that it's not 100, or call 911 immediately. Let them know that you're in distress. Try to give your location, and then maybe if you have time, change your voicemail, but make sure you change that back. So I don't know. I don't go off the grid too often. So
we are 3 indoor cats.
We're indoor cats.
Yes, we do not.
Meow. Coming up on DBL, from meeting at a bar to touring the country together. Meet these two moms. We had a great time. They're going viral for bringing comedy to marriage and motherhood. But first, Dr. Jolie joins us live to discuss a new vaccine for breast cancer.
Oh my goodness.
Stay with us. This is vital info, guys.
Closed captioning provided by
Okay, so just a shout out. I said Karen's on a show once too. Also, that's a Karen. Karen, wave hello. And I got a lot of feedback from Karens. And I just want to say, I get it. That doesn't feel good. We are using it as a word to describe a lot of people, but I wouldn't want Tories to be. Sierra wouldn't want Sierras. Ira wouldn't want Iras.
You know?
I don't want that.
I'll tell you something.
Just took him out to go.
Al's not interested in talking to me, so I'm just, okay. I used Karen's the other day too on the show, and I got like 10 emails from Karen's saying they didn't care for my shaming.
The name,
The
Karen?
name. And I realized I wouldn't like it if Tories were used. So I just wanted to say I am aware of that. We're using it as a name to describe a certain type of person you all know. It's a shorthand, if you will. Not a nice one.
What about...
Not a nice one.
Okay, so
I apologize.
What about somebody named Thomas, Peeping Tom?
Or doubting. He's doubting and peeping.
But no one says that. The second one you said.
Well, peeping.
Well, doubting Thomas is like a biblical reference.
Well, peeping Tom. I don't think Toms are being
It's not a good
marginalized
thing.
about the peeping.
I don't think Karens are being marginalized.
Oh, I do.
There's a lovely Karen right there.
I already showed Karen. Don't worry, I did that. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it either. And you know what else people don't like? Alexas. They don't like the joke, hey, Alexa, turn on the phone, like radio. And I get that. If your name is Siri, you're not totally happy with what happened in technology. My friend was named Katrina. Things weren't great for her in 2005. I once dressed a bride named Isis. It's a beautiful Egyptian goddess. Not a great name. So I got you.
Don't miss a day of DBL.
I am here to receive said gift.
Bold debates.
Come on now.
Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
That's Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. Any news about breast cancer that is good news, I want to share immediately. There is news of a breast cancer vaccine. It's a trial, and it's giving hope to many. Some preschoolers will soon be eligible for the COVID vaccine as well. And to talk about all of this, we have Dr. Coley here. So thank you for joining us, Doc. All right, so a clinical trial for breast cancer vaccine has started. Does this mean we are closer to a cure? We're still in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We have people on this panel with loved ones dealing with breast cancer now. Talk to us.
Yes, one step closer, guys.
Wow.
So exciting. So, you know, if you think about cancer, one of the hardest things we have in terms of dealing with it is diagnosing it early. So if our immune system, which is our soldiers, start to recognize the cancer early and start to attack it when it's microscopic, that's called cancer immunology, where you take your immune system, activate it against the cancer. So that's the concept here. Why do we only use our immune system to fight infections? Why not use it to fight the cancer? So you give this vaccine to women that have recovered from this, what's called triple negative breast cancer, teach their immune system how to recognize this cancer so that if it comes back, the immune system attacks
So
it.
it's like they're turned into the Avengers or X-Men, like you're X-Menning your immunity against cancer.
Oh, I like it. Which one
No,
can
you
I
don't.
be?
No one liked
Which
it.
one was the one with the white stripe?
Yep.
Storm?
Storm.
Storm. That's who I want to be.
That's the one. Al, don't. Just read your thing. Al.
All right, we're going to talk about COVID after that. You clearly don't watch the X-Men or the
I do.
Avengers.
I'm just saying what she's saying is they're arming themselves against it. That's smart thinking. That's preventative. That's good technology. That's X-Men.
No, it's not. You can't just throw it. Okay. Okay. I love her. Okay, let's talk about COVID. Currently, the CDC is recommending that everybody 12 and older should be vaccinated. As a parent of a 7-year-old, this hits near and dear to me. This Tuesday, the FDA is reviewing a vaccine for approval in children as young as 5. What should parents like myself be concerned about? What should we know?
So let me lay out the data for you, Al. Then I want to hear what your take is as a parent. We have really good data that kids 5 through 11 who get this mount an immune response similar to adults, have side effects less severe than adults. And then when you look clinically, they have greater than 90% protection against symptomatic infection. All very good news.
That's great.
But the sample size, the number of kids we've studied is 4,500. So the tiny signals that come up when you start giving it to millions of kids, we don't know about yet. And the specific ones I'm thinking about are myocarditis and pericarditis, inflammation of the heart that we saw in some adolescents. Now, we think based on Israel, it'll probably be okay, but I really hope that this gets approved today. What would your take be as a parent?
I would, even if it was considered experimental, I would vaccinate my youngest. I mean, you can't keep sending them to school and putting them on planes and not expect something bad to happen. And I just look at kids almost the way I look at cars. Like, they have a new model just rolled off the assembly line. My kid is healthy. His body's going to respond vigorously to things as opposed to my 44-year-old body. So, God forbid anything does happen, I'd like his chances to make it through better than mine, actually.
You're stacking the deck for him. That is exactly what I think. The risk of something bad is extremely low, whereas the benefit of protecting him against COVID, I mean, he can go see Santa Claus this Christmas.
Yeah, he can get on a plane. It's a big deal. And, we have older relatives, and you want people to see people.
Right. Very, very true. Well, good information. Thank you very much, Doctor. DBL Nation, of course, if you have a question you want answered by Dr. Coley, write us on social media.
Or a question about the X-Men.
I think I know. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com. Go Storm. Thanks again, Doc. We'll be right back. It works, that metaphor.
It didn't.
It did. It armed themselves.
Looking for that last-minute Halloween costume? You may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever is at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
The truth about swimsuits is I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man,
Should have done crunches or something.
I hate everything about this.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm just here for a teacher's conference.
Hey, nice
How's
tea
things
bags.
going? My kid's acting out. I can't imagine why.
I love these people. Welcome back to DBL. If you are not one of the millions of people following I Mom So Hard, you're missing out. Kristen Hensley and Jen Smedley hilariously deliver their perspective on the ups and downs of modern momming, and it is just so relatable. Earlier, we caught up with these lovely ladies for today's DBL Spotlight.
No, guys, we'll handle the slow motion, after. In post. You can walk into
just
regular.
walk normal?
Right.
Okay.
Kristen and Jen, welcome to DBL. Now, you have a ridiculously cute story about how you met. Can you tell us how it all came down to a leather jacket? I want to know.
Jen and I had just met at a comedy show, and we found out at that comedy show that we were both from Nebraska but did not know each other in Nebraska, and we had lived in the same town. We knew all the same people. Then we end up moving to LA at different times, and we lived a block apart, and we drove matching cars.
Whoa.
We drove it was like a fairy tale meant to happen, right? We were having a great time, and then we were like, well, now we're best friends. So the next day we hung out, and we both were wearing leather jackets. And as women, you will get this. We traded leather jackets.
Oh,
and
wow.
when you trade a leather jacket, the commitment is deep and great, and we still have them, and it was like our love language to each other.
There had to be like a moment where you knew that you were gonna share every single like mom moment. Like, when was that aha moment for you?
Kristen had her son first, so she was the first one of us to have babies. And I just thought, well, that's it. You know, my friends had kids. I am out of the picture. I'm not important anymore. She doesn't need me. She's got this really important thing she has to focus on. I called her like 5 or 6 weeks after her son was born. And I was like, I just miss you, and I want you to come over and see me. And if you can't, it's fine. And I heard these like tires screech outside my front door, and it was her and her husband, and they had the baby asleep in a car seat and a 6-pack of beers, and was like, yes, please, let's be normal. And like, so I knew she needed me.
Your swimsuit video went viral in just a few hours. So exactly how much wine was involved in the making of that moment?
It looks like somebody's frowning.
This gives me 4 complete butt cheeks.
I will tell you, we were stone cold sober because I, not only sober, terrified, I just kept telling myself, just don't look down. Just don't look down. And then, and my other thing I said to Jen was like, I don't think a lot of people are going to see this, right? Like, this is probably like one of those that not a lot of people are going to see. And then like every literal person on planet Earth saw it. And I'm sure every guy I ever dated saw it. And they were like, well, that didn't get any better.
No! My favorite line is don't look down, don't look down. I practice that as well. Last time you were on the road, your entire family's jumped on a tour bus, but this time it's just the two of you. How is it going, and what can we expect between you two this time?
Well, this is called the Getaway Tour, and this is our getting away from our families and giving other moms and our fans the opportunity to get away for just a night from their families.
Well, lastly, as if you aren't juggling enough, you are adding winemakers to your resume. So tell us about Accomplice Wine.
Well, this has been one of our most difficult endeavors because it requires, you know, wine tasting and digging into different varietals and, you know, going to a vineyard that looks like heaven. And you're like, oh, fine, I'll do that. And so we are working with this really wonderful vintner out of Paso Robles, which is called the O'Neill Company, and they're wonderful, and they've been around forever.
To our viewers, if you want to join the ladies on the road, please check out imomsohard.com for dates and check out their wine at accomplicewine.com. Kristen and Jen, you are absolutely delightful. I hope I can be your friends. Thanks for joining DBL. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having us.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
of the pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the 3 basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is again the usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive that gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
That's Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. So avoiding certain foods can keep your heart healthy. We're chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. According to cardiologists, there are foods you should try to avoid or limit completely for a healthy heart. First up, bacon. Sorry, sausage.
Man.
I know, Erica. I
know.
I didn't come up with this.
Bacon is life.
I didn't do this list. And other processed meats, really, they are filled with saturated fat, salt, and nitrates. Next up, potato chips. Sorry, guys, they have too much salt and empty carbs. Also, dessert, you should enjoy added sugars in very limited quantities, if at all. And lastly, try and stay away from energy drinks. The added sugar in these drinks is just a bad mix. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-556-2089 or visit QB.com to learn more.
You know, the bacon thing, first of all, I love bacon. It is life. But last weekend, my girlfriend threw like a little get together for my husband and I, and she and her husband, and she had the biggest charcuterie board I have ever seen in my life.
Take a picture of it?
Of course.
You have to, okay. I need to see this.
And it was amazing. But we got so into this charcuterie board, and I was like, I think my ability to withstand cured meats has gone down in my older age.
The tolerance has gone down.
You gotta take a second.
I wanted to eat more, I just couldn't.
Always. Before we go, we want to give a quick DBL shout out to Griffin Clark, who turns 12 today.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic kid and son of our executive producer, Chris. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Yay!
Yeah,
Happy
Griffin!
birthday!
Question comes from 13 on your side viewer Nancy. She asked, if you're fully vaccinated, 2 shots, and you get COVID, should you still get a booster shot, or did you build up immunity by having COVID? Our sources for this story are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Dr. Del DeHart, University of Michigan Health West lead of their infection prevention group.
If you are fully vaccinated and you get COVID, should you still get the booster shot?
Great question. Getting COVID, even if you've had the booster, is like getting a good booster from any other source.
Many vaccines, like TD for diphtheria, Tdap for whooping cough, and even the flu shot require booster shots to keep the body as strong as possible. The CDC states that for some vaccines, after a while, immunity begins to wear off.
But COVID vaccination is probably more long-lasting.
Dr. DeHart says people who develop the virus while being fully vaccinated are in a much better position to fight the virus right now. But not enough data has come in about how strong the vaccine's resistance is long term, since boosters only started becoming widely available for select groups in September.
So to me, the question is more along the lines of when should you get the booster rather than should you get it? Because the goal is just to extend that immunity.
He says the risk for COVID is still high right now, so what the boosters are doing is basically letting your body know to pay attention to the virus and to still make antibodies, so that when you're exposed, your immune system reacts quickly.
Are you protected then another 6 months, or might that be a lot more robust and last for a year or two? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
New details emerge in the fatal shooting on the set of Rust, why a cast member says he didn't speak up weeks ago. After the heavy backlash, Dave Chappelle agrees to meet with the trans community, but only on his terms. Do his demands go too far? Dr. Coley joins us to discuss a new breast cancer vaccine, the groundbreaking trials you need to hear about. And meet these two moms going viral for bringing comedy to marriage and motherhood.
And the truth about swimsuits is, I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, should have done crunches or something.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, October 26th. I am Sam here with Al, Tori, and Erica. And a lot of you are still following the Alec Baldwin. I don't even know what to call it at this point because there's so many different people that have come forward. In fact, one of the actors cast in Alec Baldwin's movie Rust is speaking out about some of his safety concerns on set. So his name is Hudson. Okay, there he is. He played an outlaw in the film who gets killed in a shootout. He said filming the scene was extremely unsettling. In fact, here's what he told TMZ. Listen.
Everyone.
Wow.
Tori, you were nodding your head.
Well, yeah, he's traumatized. You can see him sort of like living the moment back as he says, like, it was surreal. At no point should your life be in danger on a set, but I totally get not wanting to say anything. And Al, we were talking earlier and you said something like, let's not sit up here and be like, man, they should have said something, because when you're on an Alec Baldwin film, you're brand new. I get it. I get it. The hierarchy of power is set, and it's not easy to be like, I'm uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So let's not sit here and say we would have done that, because it's not easy. So I just felt for the man.
I would be shocked if any of us sat here and said we would have done it, because we've all been in situations where we're new to the industry or new to a set or whatever it may be. We can take it really kind of out of this film movie set thing, because a lot of people, when I say if you're experiencing something that you don't feel right, it feels off, it feels toxic to you, everyone always makes it seem like if you say something, if you document it or report it, that everything's going to be thrown up in the air. We know that's not true.
Right.
But what happens is when one person expresses concern and then another person expresses concern, there becomes this pattern of behavior, as you've seen here in these examples. Then by the time that someone who is of authority or someone who is like the 10th person to say something, then perhaps that means that there's going to be some sort of change in culture. But if everyone stays silent, then terrible things happen. And that's what we're seeing in this moment.
Well, everybody stays silent because everybody wants to eat. Like, let's pull away from this movie, because most people will never be on a movie set. That's fine. This is just a workplace. How many places have you worked where you're like, what's happening here is not cool. The way my manager is talking to me or looking at me is not okay. The things they're asking me to do are not safe or healthy, or, you know, oh, just use the old onion rings from yesterday. It'll be fine. Just put some ketchup on them. Like, these things that we've all been told to do, We did that not because we're weak-willed, Erica. It's because we want to eat. It's because this may be rent money this month, and you don't have time to become, you know,
a whistleblower.
A whistleblower, or it's like some kind of hero, because you won't be. You'll be fired and replaced, and everybody knows that. Your manager knows that. Your coworkers know that, and that's why everybody stays silent. And it could either be this, or it could be an outbreak of some bad food that you served, even though you know that silverware was dirty. This is what happens when we have a hierarchy where one person is in charge and controls the life and future of everybody on that set or in that workplace.
I agree, but I do think it's amplified on a set. Because
absolutely.
You are dangling a carrot of everyone's biggest dream, right?
Yeah.
People that will give up anything, work for free, do what they have to do to just get a SAG card. That's like in order to get into the union. And I think the exploitation that has been happening on set for so long has been happening forever in the film industry, because they know that they could take advantage of people, because people that are there live, breathe, and just want so badly to make it in Hollywood, right? And so I think we're starting to see a shift right now on sets. We also know that a lot of these actors and crew members are boycotting and protesting right now, striking for wages and things like that. But I have to tell you, like, this happens all the time. We all know it. We've had our experiences. I still have a lot of friends that are working on films day to day. A lot of them are so hungry for roles or so hungry for any type of gig right now because of the pandemic. They will work for $100 a day when before they were working for 10 times that amount of money. And unions aren't involved right now because they know that they can continue to exploit people because of the fact that everybody is looking for a gig in that industry. So I think this is really worrisome. You know, I'm glad that we're talking about it. Unfortunately, it comes at the cost of someone's life and someone having to end up in the hospital. But that's what we're dealing with.
I agree.
I also want to talk about this next. I'm just going to wait for the prompter for a moment. Okay. So, also what happened on the film, because a lot of you are bringing this up, the film is on indefinite pause. We know that. But as investigators, what they're trying to do is they're trying to piece together what happened. And here's what they found out. They found out, according to detectives, that there were loose and boxed ammunition and a fanny pack with ammo from the set. So meantime, The Wrap, which is like an online investigative newspaper, they found that crew members on that set used the prop guns with live ammunition to go plinking earlier in the day. You might not know what that means. It's an informal target shooting, like shooting beer cans in the woods, right, which does happen on many, many, many sets. I'm not making it okay, but clearly the theory is that after there was plinking, maybe one of the rounds was not emptied.
Yeah, it seems like it was real loose on set. And this is the thing, again, don't forget how many narratives we let float in our society. And just on this desk, Erica, it's like we talk about, you know, deregulation comes from a lot of people's mouths. People talk about busting up unions. They're too expensive. You're paying people not to work, that kind of stuff. And this is the result. When you don't have professionals, you have 24-year-olds that are taking strange Instagram photos, like she's Annie Oakley, leaving things out, not labeling whether something's hot or cold, which is a little bit important. And this is what happens, garbage in, garbage out. And when you do not have people in experienced places because they're willing to work for less, then this is the result. So we cannot then sit here as a society and say, how did this happen? We know exactly how it happened. It's either we do something about it or we have this conversation every 6 months or so.
And what you're saying is true. And just to add on, I've been sniffing from the beginning. This negligence keeps building like a cake or a pie or something. It is one thing after another. The assistant director was fired from another job previously because of a firearm discharge. He had safety issues with the Hulu series. As I'm thinking legally, okay, in my legal mind where I like to go, this adds up. When you have that much negligence over and over, you had 6 crew members walk out hours earlier. Some red alarms are going off for me that this isn't a civil lawsuit. This is involuntary manslaughter with gross negligence. Someone died and someone's going to be held accountable. And I'm not saying it's Alec Baldwin. I don't think it will be. But as a producer, you've got to start thinking prison time, not just civil time. This is disgusting the way they handled those firearms on set, and someone lost their life for it.
Yeah. All right, so changing gears here. Have you ever thought about what you do if you got lost while hiking? Well, a hiker who failed to check in at the end of the day while hiking Mount Elbert right here in Colorado was reported missing to authorities. Emergency responders tried to get in touch with the hiker, but get this, the hiker declined their repeated phone calls, did not answer their texts, all because the calls came from an unknown number. So experts are warning everyone, do not do this. If you're not back at the time that you're scheduled, chances are any calls you get might come from the folks who are checking in to make sure you are okay. Have anybody ever been in a situation? I know you don't hike.
Yes.
You've made that very clear. But have you guys ever been in a situation like this? Erica, I always call like our survivalist.
Yeah, I'm a survivalist, but I'm a urban survivalist.
Yeah.
She's not a hiker.
Yeah, I don't go out
She's not
into y'all not gonna catch me off the grid. Okay. So I know this is something people do. I've been living in Colorado for like 12 years now, so I understand this is very serious for people who decide to do these things. I'm just personally not one of them.
Can I defend young people on this story? Because I know people were like, well, why wouldn't you answer your phone?
I get it.
I feel like we're from the generation where we, at some points in our lives, we picked up the phone and you didn't know who was on the other end. It was just a ringing phone. Where now, if you're 24, you've never done that. You've always been able to look and say, I don't know this person, and not. So maybe they're just used to not picking it up, whereas like 44-year-olds are like, hopefully it's help. You know, maybe young people just don't think about it.
But don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
pick
hike?
up the phone. No. Yeah, or don't hike. No,
yeah,
no.
just
pick up
don't go to the mountains or the woods. There's things that want to eat you in there.
Nature.
It's a home game for them. No, I'm not doing it.
Albert, stop.
I'm not going out there.
Okay, tell that to an adventurist who absolutely loves to have
an adventurist with their cell phone? If you're going to do it, do it.
You can bring your cell phone.
No, then that's cheating.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Coming up on DBL, celebrities fall victim to bad hair days like the rest of us. But usually not on the red carpet. We're going to talk about Angelina Jolie's hair extension disaster. And have you ever tried cooking a dish that turned into a nightmare? We're sharing our kitchen horror stories up next.
Closed captioning provided by
Yeah, so I'm what I like to call an urban survivalist, meaning I survive, but I stay in the city to do so. There was another topic of conversation we didn't quite get to, but you might have noticed on social media that people are posting what to do if you're lost in the woods, and they're saying to change your voicemail, and basically Parks and Recs, like experts, have said if your phone is about to die, don't spend that battery time trying to change your voicemail. Instead, try to get in touch with someone by calling 911 and describing where you are, what the circumstances are to the best of your ability. I guess changing your voicemail after that, if you still had enough juice on your phone to do that, might be, you know, both things together can only help you.
I think the voicemail sounds so smart. I think it's
but also remember to change your voicemail back too, because most people don't
Once you're rescued, you're like, help, come get me.
Right.
Help,
the resources.
You want to know?
At the house.
My mom's voicemail goes like this: "Hello, you know what to do. Live long and prosper." What a weird, random. It's the best, but it's like
kind of like Bert. Bert says, "You know what to do." And that's it.
I think that in the boomer generation, like the baby boomers, that's like, you don't have to be like like the beep, you know what to do.
Do you remember us leaving our voicemail messages back in the day, like on our answering machine?
I took days to do mine.
What would yours
I would do music. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the Showmans.
You would?
And my dad's like, I have powerful attorneys calling.
I got in trouble for that too.
Yeah, we would do like group, like it'd be like, welcome to the, and then my sister would be like, the shockers. Make sure
so
you,
cute.
and then someone else would like leave a message.
Yours is way better.
Welcome back to DBL. For many folks, cooking is an enjoyable pastime, but a new survey reveals a shocking number of us have had pretty bad kitchen nightmares. A survey of 2,000 cooks found that 1 in 3 people admit to needing to grab a fire extinguisher after trying out a new dish and having the whole thing go up in flames. Oh, now I feel like you always post your cooking pictures.
Yeah, I like to cook.
Has this happened to you?
I've started some fires.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Because there's fire.
Yeah, but it's contained. This isn't the
And I'm wearing loose strings. It happened to be an apron.
Wait, you caught on fire?
Okay. Is this surprising?
Strings?
I'm wearing an apron. It's a little too long, and I'm letting it hang out. I'm making I'm making a bisque.
That's not sanitary.
It's first a bisque. There's a lot of questions going on. I'm simply saying that you have to give yourself some self-compassion in the kitchen. I don't cook perfectly. I'm not a neat cooker, but I love to cook. Don't let that stop you. Just be careful. No loose strings.
In a bisque? There's not even like an open flame.
It's a low flame. I was doing a simmer.
Okay, I'll tell my story now, Sam.
It's like she hairsprayed her hair next to it.
Yeah, you did something weird.
Something
no,
weird
you guys
happened.
have never had anything catch on fire while you cook?
Never.
Oh, okay.
I don't cook often, though. What about you, Albert?
That's literally low-grade soup.
You don't need to stop.
Okay.
Albert, what about you?
For me, it wasn't me actually cooking. When I went to Brown,
it wasn't you.
I'll explain. No,
you want to drop any more names?
When I went to Brown, I went there from an all-black school, so they welcomed us in like the Black Coalition, whatever, on campus. Is like, we're gonna cook for you guys. So me and my roommate, who's Adisa, who's now a doctor, and so me and him went. I always know the people in my life. So we go to this event. I said you know the people in my life. Well, I didn't want to swivel to you and destroy the story like I'm doing now.
You should have swiveled.
So we go there and they made us chicken thighs and so I took a bite and it was so rubbery. And I was like, I didn't want to be rude, but I tried to take another bite and I looked and it was like raw chicken. And the young lady that was cooking, she was like, oh, we were running late, so we just pulled it out of the oven and gave it. But and I was like, she goes to an Ivy League school.
Did you get salmonella?
No, because I couldn't bite through it. It was that raw. But it was just like she had just like seared the top.
She needed more
fire. It was like, oh, you guys got here early, so I just served it like this.
Fire story.
That's a kitchen nightmare. Well, what's yours, Sam? It better beat that.
I'm sure I have plenty because I always try and make dishes for my husband, like lock kiss and stuff, and they just don't turn out right.
They don't.
But no
Are you a
fire.
good cook? Do you feel good about cooking?
The best.
You're not the best. Okay.
But you make vegan, right?
Not always. For me, I make vegan, but I did when I first started dating Mark. I ordered from a really nice restaurant. Right before he came over, put it in the oven, put away all the
what are you, Bridget Jones?
packaging. Yeah, I literally sprinkled some flour on my face, opened the door, and I was like, dinner will be ready in a second, sit down. And it was all gourmet. Yes.
Why would you set the bar that high? Now he's expecting that every time.
Oh, I'm confessed.
Confused about the flour in the face.
Oh, she needs to seem like she's working.
Yeah.
Like there's been flour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, Dr. Coley is telling us about a new trail that could be a huge breakthrough, trial rather, that could be a huge breakthrough in breast cancer research.
Looking for that last-minute Halloween costume? You may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever's at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to DBL. So Dr. Coley joined us earlier to talk about some medical hot topics, including some good news in cancer research. Take a look.
Any news about breast cancer that's good news, I want to share immediately. There is news of a breast cancer vaccine. It's a trial, and it's giving hope to many. Some preschoolers will soon be eligible for the COVID vaccine as well. And to talk about all of this, we have Dr. Coley here. So thank you for joining us, Doc. All right, so a clinical trial for breast cancer vaccine has started. Does this mean we are closer to a cure? We're still in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We have people on this panel with loved ones dealing with breast cancer. Now talk to us.
Yes, one step closer, guys.
Wow.
It's so exciting. So, if you think about cancer, one of the hardest things we have in terms of dealing with it is diagnosing it early. So if our immune system, which is our soldiers, start to recognize the cancer early and start to attack it when it's microscopic, that's called cancer immunology, where you take your immune system, activate it against the cancer. So that's the concept here. Why do we only use our immune system to fight infections? Why not use it to fight the cancer? So you give this vaccine to women that have recovered from this, what's called triple-negative breast cancer, teach their immune system how to recognize this cancer so that if it comes back, the immune system attacks
So it's like they're turned into the Avengers or X-Men, like you're X-Menning your immunity against cancer.
Oh, I like it. Which one can I be?
No one liked
Which one was the one with the white stripe?
Yep.
Storm?
Storm.
That's who I want to be.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Al, don't. Just read your thing.
All right, we're going to talk about COVID after that. You clearly don't watch the X-Men or the
I do.
Avengers.
I'm just saying what she's saying is they're arming themselves against it. That's smart thinking. That's preventative. That's good technology. That's X-Men.
No, it's not. You can't just throw it. Okay. Okay. I love her. Okay, let's talk about COVID. Currently, the CDC is recommending that everybody 12 and older should be vaccinated. As a parent of a 7-year-old, this hits near and dear to me. This Tuesday, the FDA is reviewing a vaccine for approval in children as young as 5. What should parents like myself be concerned about? What should we know?
So let me lay out the data for you, Al. Then I want to hear what your take is as a parent. We have really good data that kids 5 through 11 who get this mount an immune response similar to adults, have side effects less severe than adults. And then when you look clinically, they have greater than 90% protection against symptomatic infection. All very good news.
That's great.
But the sample size, the number of kids we've studied is 4,500. So the tiny signals that come up when you start giving it to millions of kids, we don't know about yet. And the specific ones I'm thinking about are myocarditis and pericarditis, inflammation of the heart that we saw in some adolescents. Now, we think based on Israel, it'll probably be okay, but I really hope that this gets approved today. What would your take be as a parent?
I would, even if it was considered experimental, I would vaccinate my youngest. I mean, you can't keep sending them to school and putting them on planes and not expect something bad to happen. And I just look at kids almost the way I look at cars. Like they have a new model just rolled off the assembly line. My kid is healthy. His body's going to respond vigorously to things as opposed to my 44-year-old body. So God forbid anything does happen, I'd like his chances to make it through better than mine, actually.
You're stacking the deck for him. That is exactly what I think. The risk of something bad is extremely low, whereas the benefit of protecting him against COVID, I mean, he can go see Santa Claus this Christmas.
Yeah, he can get on a plane. It's a big deal. And, we have older relatives, and you want people to see people.
Right.
Very, very true. Well, good information. Thank you very much, Doctor. DBL Nation, of course, if you have a question you want answered by Dr. Coley, write us on social media.
Or a question about the X-Men.
I think I know. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com. Go Storm. Thanks again, Doc. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Of the pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the three basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is again usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive that gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break.
That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. That's Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. We have to give a big DBL shout out to Tori today on her 8th wedding anniversary.
I love that picture.
Thank you. So this is my wedding 8 years ago, and I just want to say, marry your best friend if you can. Really, it has changed my life for the better, and it has been a wonderful support system. So marry your best friend if you can. I love you,
photo.
Brooks. Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. 8, huh?
If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Dave Chappelle is ready to take a conversation, or to have a conversation, rather, with the trans community, but not without a list of demands. We're going to tell you what he's asking. And Barbie and Ken are hitting the big screen. Huh? You won't believe the celebrities that are in talks to play the iconic couple.
Comes from 13 on your side viewer Nancy. She asked, if you're fully vaccinated, 2 shots, and you get COVID, should you still get a booster shot, or did you build up immunity by having COVID? Our sources for this story are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Dr. Del DeHart, University of Michigan Health West lead of their infection prevention group.
If you are fully vaccinated and you get COVID, should you still get the booster shot?
Great question. Getting COVID, even if you've had the booster, is like getting a good booster from any other source.
Many vaccines, like TD for diphtheria, Tdap for whooping cough, and even the flu shot require booster shots to keep the body as strong as possible. The CDC states that for some vaccines, after a while, immunity begins to wear off.
But COVID vaccination is probably more long-lasting.
Dr. DeHart says people who develop the virus while being fully vaccinated are in a much better position to fight the virus right now. But not enough data has come in about how strong the vaccine's resistance is long term, since boosters only started becoming widely available for select groups in September.
So to me, the question is more along the lines of when should you get the booster rather than should you get it? Because the goal is just to extend that immunity.
He says the risk for COVID is still high right now, so what the boosters are doing is basically letting your body know to pay attention to the virus and to still make antibodies, so that when you're exposed, your immune system reacts quickly.
Are you protected then another 6 months, or might that be a lot more robust and last for a year or two? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
We can verify that yes, you should still get the booster shot no matter what. You will have built up immunity, but doctors are still trying to find out how long that resistance stays as strong as when you first received it. When it comes to immunization, it is better to be over-prepared.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Al, Erica, and Tori. All right, so Dave Chappelle is speaking out about the controversy over his Netflix special. Dave posted a 5-minute video on Instagram where he said he was willing to meet with members of the transgender community who were angered over some of the jokes he made in the special, but only under certain conditions. Watch.
First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
So Hannah Gadsby is a gay Australian comedian who blasted both Netflix and Dave Chappelle after she was used as an example of how Netflix also streams inclusive content. What did you think, Al, of Dave's conditions?
I thought it was fair. I mean, the only reason that I even felt comfortable speaking on it when we initially did a week and a half ago is because I was up early that morning and watched it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was quiet. I had a chance to take everything in. But I think especially at that point, most people had not seen it. And even a couple weeks later, people are busy. They don't have time to sit down for an hour. So I get a lot of people haven't seen it. I guarantee you there's more people commenting on it than have seen it. And that's a scary thing. And the really troubling thing with that is the people commenting on it that haven't seen it have now made it so that moving forward, it looks like Dave will have more trouble getting things seen, but people have affected that even though they haven't seen the work yet, which is scary, I think. It's a bad precedent to set.
Yeah, I have to agree with the commenting when you haven't seen it thing. Yeah. Because I think maybe just the position that we're in as well, when we first started having this conversation, I was very transparent. I hadn't had a chance to see it yet. And then I felt very uncomfortable making any comment because what am I going to say? Mm-hmm. But then we don't think about it that way. We think about things in terms of social commentary. And then someone that you brought up earlier, someone that you like or respect has an opinion on something that maybe they've seen or haven't seen, and now because you're aligned with this person, then that's your opinion too. Mm-hmm. And I think when we're dealing with any subject matter, it is important to get context behind the issues that we're talking about. I find Dave Chappelle to be a very interesting person to try to summon in general. I mean, he did walk away from tens of millions of dollars because his sensibilities didn't align with how he was going to get that money. So the idea that he would be called to the table, I would fully expect for him to come back and say, these are the conditions in which that would happen.
And one last thing that I think the scariest thing of all of this is more than anything, art needs context. You can describe stand-up, and if I just read it to you on a piece of paper, you'd be like, this is the most reprehensible thing that I've ever had, because you need to be there. You go to comedy clubs, it's context. The whole point is context. Tongue-in-cheek, I'm being over the top, I'm being satirical. It's context, and without that, art can easily be condemned, and this is the way we're going down. We're going down a road where people that are squares are writing things that, yes, are black and white or describing a painting, but they're not giving it any context. So people that are going to read read it and say that's terrible, but without any context. So this is a way to attack art and attack thought, and it's happening. And anybody that's commenting on this that has not seen it is complicit.
I completely agree with you, and I want to support you. And I watched the special, and I liked the special, and there is way more depth about it in the special.
I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying watch it.
He has an opinion.
Just watch
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
My thought here is just with Hannah Gadsby. She got brought into this unwillingly, and if it were me or I would not want my name. Now she has all these haters of Dave Chappelle fans, and she wrote out like, "Get away from me. I didn't want to be involved in this. I don't want to be part of this emotionally stunted worldview." That's how her opinion is of Dave Chappelle. And yeah, she probably shouldn't have been brought into this. And now he's kind of putting her down. And I get it's a joke, but I didn't want to be put in the mix. And now she's in the mix. I kind of feel for Hannah. I don't want to be too square, but that stinks for Hannah.
I think both can be true.
I think the end result is going to be a really good one. I really do. I think, Dave Chappelle, whether or not his jokes were misconstrued, whether or not you saw the special or not, at the end of the day, he seems to be a very compassionate person. He's open to having a conversation. Hopefully they have this conversation. Hopefully a lot of people tune in and a lot of people learn something and gain some empathy. So I think this will actually end with a really, it's going to be a good result.
I love your optimism.
I
really truly do. I love that about you, Sam.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
That's great.
All right. Well, some people are calling out Angelina Jolie's hair malfunction on the red carpet. So Angelina appeared at the Eternals premiere in Rome in this gorgeous metallic strapless dress. But of course, if you go on social media, all the focus was on her hair. So take a look at this. Angie swapped out her shoulder-length hair for a longer style, but the extensions were visible, choppy, and uneven, with some on social media saying they looked like they were clipped in by a child.
Erica, do you have some thoughts?
Well, first of all, the dress is fire.
It looks
I was sitting here like, I don't know if I'm allowed to even comment on how dope that dress is.
Hair. I just saw her. Let's see her.
From the front, it is a 10 out of 10, honey.
Honestly, that might be my favorite dress that we've ever shown on DBL.
But
your favorite dress
of all time. I like the way it fits. It looks metallic, but it's not. I think it's a really cool fit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the equal opportunity of hair extension criticism. I'm here for that. We've been criticizing women wearing hair extensions and pieces for years, for decades, and I think that Angelina Jolie being open to that criticism is fair. I mean, we're talking about a red carpet, so everybody's looking for a look. I don't see it hurting her.
Right, yeah.
I'm just simply saying that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of. I'm sorry, Tori.
No, I just wanted to know what gander
You just want to say gander?
I just wanted to know what it was. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Tori, you experiment a lot.
I have hair extensions. Yeah. And you can see them sometimes. And
people write in.
And people write in. Thank you. I'm kidding. I'm just saying this. I got a very bad haircut, and ever since then I've been trying to grow it out. And you can see them, and I laugh it off as if I'm in on the joke. But it's true. We're trying to, you're sticking things in there, and if you're gonna do that, you got to take the risk of maybe you're gonna get some criticism. So at a wedding the other day, someone's like, "I can see your tape in." Thank you, honey. It's fine. You just got to roll with it.
But also, you have access to professional makeup team. A lot of people, and going back to what you were saying, Erica, I'm a big fan of hip hop. I grew up with it, and in the late '80s, early '90s, every other rap song was like hair or weave. Yeah, I see your hair is all. It was a weird obsession with a lot of black humor and a lot of hip hop in terms of we're unbelievable. All this, and I laugh too. Those are just running jokes in the black community. So it's so interesting now. I remember the first time I even realized that white women got hair extensions. We were like doing some clip about like some country singer, and I was like, you were like, oh, she's got. I was like, oh, I didn't even know white women got them. That's how much. I thought it was only like a black community thing. So I'm learning too.
Look at Erica's face.
Yes.
She's like,
I'm just saying, that's the truth.
Yeah.
It was a way to make there be a less than commentary. It was also, weave and hair extensions are very much have been historically about socioeconomic status. The better the hair extensions, the better weave that you were. Right. That said something about who you are.
Oh, hair sizzle.
And so, I mean, I think that we're looking at Angelina Jolie, and I guess she's more shocking of an example, because we would think that she could, she wouldn't have a faux pas with the weave, but you know, it happens to everybody. And ultimately, I think Al's absolutely right. Like, I'm just saying we should be very open about the idea of having these conversations openly.
But was like her team
I thought that was weird.
Can we just call it what it is? She went down the red carpet. A team of people were paid a lot of money, I'm sure, to make sure she was red carpet ready, and how nobody noticed that is a big miss. Let's just call it what it is.
Because she's usually pristine.
I mean, yeah. All right. So, 2 stars have been cast in the upcoming Barbie movie. Margot Robbie is set to play the plastic icon. But get this, Ryan Gosling is in talks to play Ken. Greta Gerwig, who directed Lady Bird and Little Women, co-wrote the script. Here's a look at Margot and Barbie. She seems born to play that role.
Wow.
But what do you think about Ryan as Ken?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Wait,
I don't see him as Ken.
You don't?
You don't?
I think that's because he plays really interesting parts, but if he played it really straight.
He's too edgy and cool for Ken.
I think he's a good enough
Ken
actor.
has zero swagger.
First of all, what if Ken does stink?
Ken
stinks.
Ken doesn't talk though, so how do we know what he has?
Barbie doesn't talk either.
First of all, there's a lot of like animated cartoons and stuff that we've seen over the last few decades of Barbie and Ken come to life.
No, there aren't. There's not a lot of those.
Okay, you've seen
Where
SNL
would I find
skits.
this?
Okay, but
so now we're gone with that. Now we're at SNL skits.
Well, I'm just saying, anytime you see Ken, he's got zero swagger. He needs someone with a little edge. Ryan would give him the edge. I like it.
And I think, what if the story is Ken finding himself?
Oh,
what if that's the story?
Well, you know, Greta Gerwig is definitely, I hope I'm saying her
Greta
name
Gerwig,
right.
yeah.
Gerwig, okay.
Yep.
She's definitely edgy. She's definitely progressive. Cool. I feel like she's going to have a new spin on Barbie and Ken because Barbie and Ken traditionally are
so boring. Do you guys remember this? I'm a Barbie. Remember that song? And remember The Shape of Barbie? They found out if it was a real woman, she couldn't stand up. If the proportions were put on an actual woman, the woman would not be able to stand.
Well, poor thing's been on tiptoes her whole life, too.
Ridiculous.
She has to have tiptoes out because of her heels. Poor thing's never had a flat foot, never been able to relax her calf, and never been able to put on a ballet
But what if she likes that?
She doesn't.
Okay.
She can't advocate for herself?
Oh, really? She has to be on tiptoes 24/7?
Maybe that's how she feels most comfortable. Why don't you let Barbie speak for herself instead of trying to speak over her?
I'm just saying Barbie had to evolve into finally there was a Dr. Barbie.
Why do you consider that evolving? Maybe she was happy where she was.
Oh, really?
Yes.
When Barbie was only blonde, white? Like, thank God
Maybe that's all you're seeing. Maybe Barbie didn't see herself like that.
Oh,
Maybe Barbie saw herself as a... Maybe Barbie saw herself as a person that was... Maybe Barbie was at peace with herself.
No,
I'm here. I'm standing up for Barbie.
Thank goodness Mattel
You guys are trying to put a personality on them when maybe they don't want to have a personality. Maybe they like chilling.
You're missing the
You're
point,
definitely
Al.
missing
You're
everything.
definitely missing everything we're saying.
Erica, stop talking.
We're all in for inclusivity when it comes to Barbie. Coming up.
Barbie might be happy.
She's not.
What about the girls that play with Barbie? Every girl wants a blonde, white Barbie
tiptoe?
No, they don't. There needs to be representation, and there is. Thank goodness. They've evolved.
So now we're not talking about Barbie anymore.
Oh, I can't with you. I can't. Coming up on DBL, from meeting at a bar to touring the country together, meet 2 moms going viral for their hilarious friendship.
Closed captioning provided by
I just want to say, Michael Dean, you can take a
Great point, Michael Dean.
You want to shout it out again?
Yeah, boys play with Barbie too.
And we just have to say, like, that is, I wish somebody would have said that in my ear. Somebody shouldn't have to say that in my ear, but I just want the viewers out there to understand that, you know, if they have a little boy that's...
I have a theory about Barbie's personality.
Okay, go ahead, Al.
You give Barbie a bland personality because you do think that the kids that are going to play with her will put their own personality into her.
That's the point of it.
Of
But
course
what's the
it is.
representation is
But you
only
still
the
need Barbie
sun-tanned,
physically.
big-boobed woman.
Yeah, you
it's
still
boring.
need a physical representation of Barbie to... So
Okay, but like if she has larger breasts, that's not her fault. That's how her
Honey,
body
she couldn't
is.
stand up. It's
Can
not
I
physically fun.
There's
Can
a
I
lot of
say-
Americans that can't stand up, so they can't be represented in
Listen,
the
as
world of
someone
wax.
who purchases dolls for her daughter and would for
Sam, your
Miles
dolls
as well,
are terrifying. You're not the person to speak on.
as someone who purchases a lot of dolls for her daughter, I try and make them all inclusive and diverse. I have a hard time finding
Asian descent Barbies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or dolls.
Interesting.
I can find, ones, like if you go to World Market, there's a whole section. They're not necessarily like Barbie dolls, but they're dolls and they're all different ethnicities.
You go to World Market for dolls?
Yeah, some of them have hijabs.
Yeah.
So if you really want to get like an inclusive doll, you can go to World Market, Cost Plus, and they even have dolls with hijabs and stuff like that. But what I found, even there, I did find one online. My mom even told me. My mom saw all of our dolls in a tent, and she said, you don't have a doll with like an Asian descent. And so we found one on Amazon.
Interesting.
But yeah, that seems to be lacking in the market.
The studies just came out yesterday that hate crimes are up, but mostly Asian hate crimes are up an enormous amount, and we need to be vocal about that and support our Asian brothers and sisters, because that needs to be something that's in the conversation.
It was happening like every couple days.
It was very bad, and I know it. Yeah, we need to bring that up.
The truth about swimsuits is I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, should have done crunches or something. I hate everything about this.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm just here for a teacher's conference.
Hey, nice.
How's things going? My kid's acting out. I can't imagine why.
Welcome back to DBL. If you are not one of the millions of people following I'm Mom So Hard, you are missing out. Kristen Hensley and Jen Smedley hilariously deliver their perspective on the ups and downs of modern momming, and it is so relatable. Earlier, we caught up with the ladies for today's DBL Spotlight.
No, guys, we'll handle the slow motion, after. In post. You can walk into regular.
Just walk normal?
Right.
Okay. Kristen and Jen, welcome to DBL. Now, you have a ridiculously cute story about how you met. Can you tell us how it all came down to a leather jacket? I want to know.
Jen and I had just met at a comedy show, and we found out at that comedy show that we were both from Nebraska but did not know each other in Nebraska, and we had lived in the same town. We knew all the same people. Then we end up moving to LA at different times, and we lived a block apart, and we drove matching cars. Whoa. We drove it was like a fairy tale meant to happen, right? We were having a great time, and then we were like, well, now we're best friends. So the next day we hung out, and we both were wearing leather jackets, and as women, you will get this, we traded leather jackets.
Oh,
and
wow.
when you trade a leather jacket, the commitment is deep and great, and we still have them, and it was like our love language to each other.
There had to be like a moment where you knew that you were gonna share every single mom moment. Like, when was that aha moment for you?
Kristen had her son first, so she was the first one of us to have babies. And I just thought, well, that's it. My friends had kids. I am out of the picture. I'm not important anymore. She doesn't need me. She's got this really important thing she has to focus on. I called her like 5 or 6 weeks after her son was born. I was like, I just miss you, and I want you to come over and see me. And if you can't, it's fine. And I heard these tires screech outside my front door, and it was her and her husband, and they had the baby asleep in a car seat and a 6-pack of beers, and was like, yes, please, let's be normal. And so I knew she needed me.
Your swimsuit video went viral in just a few hours. So exactly how much wine was involved in the making of that moment?
It looks like somebody's frowning.
This gives me 4 complete butt cheeks.
I will tell you, we were stone cold sober because I, not only sober, terrified, I just kept telling myself, just don't look down. Just don't look down. And then, and my other thing I said to Jen was like, I don't think a lot of people are going to see this, right? This is probably one of those that not a lot of people are going to see. And then every literal person on planet Earth saw it. And I'm sure every guy I ever dated saw it. And they were like, well, that didn't get any better.
No! My favorite line is "Don't look down, don't look down." I practice that as well. Last time you were on the road, your entire family's jumped on a tour bus, but this time it's just the two of you. How is it going, and what can we expect between you two this time?
Well, this is called the Getaway Tour, and this is our getting away from our families and giving other moms and our fans the opportunity to get away for just a night from their families.
Well, lastly, as if you aren't juggling enough, you are adding winemakers to your resume. So tell us about Accomplice Wine.
Well, this has been one of our most difficult endeavors because it requires, wine tasting and digging into different varietals and, going to a vineyard that looks like heaven. And you're like, oh, fine, I'll do that. And so we are working with this really wonderful vintner out of Paso Robles, which is called the O'Neill Company, and they're wonderful, and they've been around forever.
To our viewers, if you want to join the ladies on the road, please check out imomsohard.com for dates and check out their wine at accomplicewine.com. Kristen and Jen, you are absolutely delightful. I hope I can be your friends. Thanks for joining DBL. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having us.
Last-minute Halloween costume, you may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever is at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
This Friday on DBL, we're going all in for Halloween. We'll be getting all dressed up with looks from the shows you've been binging.
No, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
No. Plus, we'll get a glimpse into our futures with a live psychic reading, and actress Justine Bateman will also be here live. You're invited to our big Halloween bash this Friday on DBL.
Yay, I can't wait. Welcome back to DBL. Avoiding certain foods can actually keep your heart healthy. So we're going to chat about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. According to cardiologists, these are the foods you should try to limit or completely avoid for a healthy heart. First up, bacon, sausage, and other processed meats. I'm sorry, Erica. They're filled with saturated fat, salt, and nitrates. Next, potato chips. They have too much salt and empty carbs. Also dessert. You should enjoy added sugars in very limited quantities, if at all. And lastly, stay away from energy drinks. The added sugar in these drinks is a bad mix. So staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their Underdesk Elliptical at home. Call 1-800-556-2089 or visit QB.com to learn more. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Since the start of the pandemic, pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the three basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is again usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive that gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough!
Get real. It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
That's Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Tomorrow on DBL, Dope Sick creator Danny Strong is here.
My people trusted me. I can't believe how many of them are dead now.
How he brought the opioid epidemic to the screen. And on the next True Crime Chronicles, the 1986 disappearance of a teenage girl. Why police have reopened the haunting case of Susan Robin Bender. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Before we go, we gotta give a big DBL shout out to Griffin Clark, who turns 12 today. So here's the thing. Not only is he a fantastic kid, but he's the son of our executive producer, Chris. Everyone here at DBL wishes you a very special 12th birthday.
Happy birthday, Griff.
Griff, you are out, like, he's so smart. When he came here, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid's 12, I feel, or 11 at the time. He felt smarter than
He's way cooler than I.
He's way more evolved than I was
Way
at 12.
cooler.
They all, yeah, these kids are like super, they're way past where we were. But it's so great to watch them grow.
And they get sarcasm so quickly. So happy birthday, Griff, and DBL's new every day. We will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Have the best day, Griff. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Our question comes from 13 on your side viewer Nancy. She asked, if you're fully vaccinated 2 shots and you get COVID, should you still get a booster shot? Or did you build up immunity by having COVID? Our sources for this story are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Dr. Del DeHart, University of Michigan Health West lead of their infection prevention group.
If you are fully vaccinated and you get COVID, should you still get the booster shot?
Great question. Getting COVID, even if you've had the booster, is like getting a good booster from any other source.
Many vaccines, like TD for diphtheria, Tdap for whooping cough, and even the flu shot require booster shots to keep the body as strong as possible. The CDC states that for some vaccines, after a while, immunity begins to wear off.
But COVID vaccination is probably more long-lasting.
Dr. DeHart says people who develop the virus while being fully vaccinated are in a much better position to fight the virus right now. But not enough data has come in about how strong the vaccine's resistance is long term, since boosters only started becoming widely available for select groups in September.
So to me, the question is more along the lines of when should you get the booster rather than should you get it? Because the goal is just to extend that immunity.
He says the risk for COVID is still high right now, so what the boosters are doing is basically letting your body know to pay attention to the virus and to still make antibodies, so that when you're exposed, your immune system reacts quickly.
Are you protected then another 6 months, or might that be a lot more robust and last for a year or two? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
We can verify that yes, you should still get the booster shot no matter what. You will have built up immunity, but doctors are still trying to find out how long that resistance stays as strong as when you first received it. When it comes to immunization, it is better to be over-prepared.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
New details emerge in the fatal shooting on the set of Rust, why a cast member says he didn't speak up weeks ago. After the heavy backlash, Dave Chappelle agrees to meet with the trans community, but only on his terms. Do his demands go too far? Dr. Coley joins us to discuss a new breast cancer vaccine, the groundbreaking trials you need to hear about. And meet these two moms going viral for bringing comedy to marriage and motherhood.
And the truth about swimsuits is, I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, should have done crunches or something.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham. No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, October 26th. I'm Sam here with Al, Tori, and Erica. And a lot of you are still following the Alec Baldwin, I don't even know what to call it at this point because there's so many different people that have come forward. In fact, one of the actors cast in Alec Baldwin's movie Rust is speaking out about some of his safety concerns on set. So his name is Hudson. Okay, there he is. He played an outlaw in the film who gets killed in a shootout. He said filming the scene was extremely unsettling. In fact, here's what he told TMZ. Listen.
Everyone.
Tori, you were nodding your head.
Well, yeah, he's traumatized. You can see him sort of like living the moment back as he says, like, it was surreal. At no point should your life be in danger on a set, but I totally get not wanting to say anything. And Al, we were talking earlier and you said something like, let's not sit up here and be like, man, they should have said something, because when you're on an Alec Baldwin film, you're brand new. I get it. I get it. The hierarchy of power is set, and it's not easy to be like, I I'm uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So let's not sit here and say we would have done that, because it's not easy. So I just felt for the man.
I would be shocked if any of us sat here and said we would have done it, because we've all been in situations where we're new to the industry or new to a set or whatever it may be. We can take it really kind of out of this film movie set thing, because a lot of people, when I say if you're experiencing something that you don't feel right, it feels off, it feels toxic to you, everyone always makes it seem like if you say something, if you document it or report it, that everything's gonna be thrown up in the air. We know that's not true.
Right.
But what happens is when one person expresses concern and then another person expresses concern, there becomes this pattern of behavior, as you've seen here in these examples. Then by the time that someone who is of authority or someone who is like the 10th person to say something, then perhaps that means that there's going to be some sort of change in culture. But if everyone stays silent, then terrible things happen. And that's what we're seeing in this moment.
Well, everybody stays silent because everybody wants to eat. Like, let's pull away from this movie, because most people will never be on a movie set. That's fine. This is just a workplace. How many places have you worked where you're like, what's happening here is not cool. The way my manager is talking to me or looking at me is not okay. The things they're asking me to do are not safe or healthy, or, you know, oh, just use the old onion rings from yesterday. It'll be fine. Just put some ketchup on them. Like, these things that we've all been told to do. We did that not because we're weak-willed, Erica. It's because we want to eat. It's because this may be rent money this month, and you don't have time to become, you know,
a whistleblower.
A whistleblower, or it's like some kind of hero, because you won't be. You'll be fired and replaced, and everybody knows that. Your manager knows that. Your coworkers know that, and that's why everybody stays silent. And it could either be this, or it could be an outbreak of some bad food that you served, even though you know that silverware was dirty. This is what happens when we have a hierarchy where one person is in charge and controls the life and future of everybody on that set or in that workplace.
I agree, but I do think it's amplified on a set. Because
absolutely.
You are dangling a carrot of everyone's biggest dream, right? Yeah. People that will give up anything, work for free, do what they have to do to just get a SAG card. That's like in order to get into the union. And I think the exploitation that has been happening on set for so long has been happening forever in the film industry, because they know that they could take advantage of people, because people that are there live, breathe, and just want so badly to make it in Hollywood, right? And so I think we're starting to see a shift right now on set. We also know that a lot of these actors and crew members are boycotting and protesting right now, striking for wages and things like that. But I have to tell you, like, this happens all the time. We all know, we've had our experiences. I still have a lot of friends that are working on films day to day. A lot of them are so hungry for roles or so hungry for any type of gig right now because of the pandemic. They will work for $100 a day when before they were working for 10 times that amount of money. And unions aren't involved right now because they know that they can continue to exploit people because of the fact that everybody is looking for a gig in that industry. So I think this is really worrisome. You know, I'm glad that we're talking about it. Unfortunately, it comes at the cost of someone's life and someone having to end up in the hospital. But that's what we're dealing with.
I agree.
I also want to talk about this next. I'm just going to wait for the prompter for a moment. Okay. So, also what happened on the film, because a lot of you are bringing this up, the film is on indefinite pause. We know that. But as investigators, what they're trying to do is they're trying to piece together what happened. And here's what they found out. They found out, according to detectives, that there were loose and boxed ammunition and a fanny pack with ammo from the set. So Meantime the Wrap, which is like an online investigative newspaper, they found that crew members on that set used the prop guns with live ammunition to go plinking earlier in the day. You might not know what that means. It's an informal target shooting, like shooting beer cans in the woods, right, which does happen on many, many, many sets. I'm not making it okay, but clearly the theory is that after there was plinking, maybe one of the rounds was not emptied.
Yeah, it seems like it was real loose on set. And this is the thing, again, don't forget how many narratives we let float in our society. And just on this desk, Erica, it's like we talk about, you know, deregulation comes from a lot of people's mouths. People talk about busting up unions. They're too expensive. You're paying people not to work, that kind of stuff. And this is the result. when you don't have professionals, you have 24-year-olds that are taking strange Instagram photos, like she's Annie Oakley, leaving things out, not labeling whether something's hot or cold, which is a little bit important. And this is what happens, garbage in, garbage out. And when you do not have people in experienced places because they're willing to work for less, then this is the result. So we cannot then sit here as a society and say, how did this happen? We know exactly how it happened. It's either we do something about it or we have this conversation every 6 months or so.
And what you're saying is true. And just to add on, I've been sniffing from the beginning. This negligence keeps building like a cake or a pie or something. It is one thing after another. The assistant director was fired from another job previously because of a firearm discharge. He had safety issues with the Hulu series. As I'm thinking legally, okay, in my legal mind where I like to go, this adds up. When you have that much negligence over and over, you had 6 crew members walk out hours earlier. Some red alarms are going off for me that this isn't a civil lawsuit. This is involuntary manslaughter with gross negligence. Someone died and someone's going to be held accountable. And I'm not saying it's Alec Baldwin. I don't think it will be. But as a producer, you've got to start thinking prison time, not just civil time. This is disgusting the way they handled those firearms on set, and someone lost their life for it.
Yeah. All right, so changing gears here. Have you ever thought about what you do if you got lost while hiking? Well, a hiker who failed to check in at the end of the day while hiking Mount Elbert right here in Colorado was reported missing to authorities. Emergency responders tried to get in touch with the hiker, but get this, the hiker declined their repeated phone calls, did not answer their texts, all because the calls came from an unknown number. So experts are warning everyone, do not do this. If you're not back at the time that you're scheduled, chances are any calls you get might come from the folks who are checking in to make sure you are okay. Have anybody ever been in a situation? I know you don't hike.
Yes.
You've made that very clear. But have you guys ever been in a situation like this? Erica, I always call like our survivalist.
Yeah, I'm a survivalist, but I'm a urban survivalist.
Yeah. She's not a hiker.
Yeah, I don't go out into
hiking.
Y'all not gonna catch me off the grid. Okay. So I know this is something people do. I've been living in Colorado for like 12 years now, so I understand this is very serious for people who decide to do these things. I'm just personally not one of them.
Can I defend young people on this story? Because I know people were like, well, why wouldn't you answer your phone?
I get it.
I feel like we're from the generation where we, at some points in our lives, we picked up the phone and you didn't know who was on the other end. It was just a ringing phone. Where now, if you're 24, you've never done that. You've always been able to look and say, I don't know this person, and not. So maybe they're just used to not picking it up, whereas like 44-year-olds are like, hopefully it's help. You know, maybe young people just don't think about it.
But don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
pick
hike?
up the phone. No, or don't hike. No,
just don't go to the mountains or the woods. There's things that want to eat you in there.
Nature.
It's a home game for them. No, I'm not doing it.
Albert, stop.
I'm not going out there.
Okay, tell that to an adventurist who absolutely loves to have
an adventurist with their cell phone. If you're going to do it.
You can bring your cell phone.
No, then that's cheating.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Coming up on DBL, celebrities fall victim to bad hair days like the rest of us. But usually not on the red carpet. We're going to talk about Angelina Jolie's hair extension disaster. And have you ever tried cooking a dish that turned into a nightmare? We're sharing our kitchen horror stories up next.
Closed captioning provided by
survivalist, meaning I survived, but I stay in the city to do so. There was another topic of conversation we didn't quite get to, but you might have noticed on social media that people are posting what to do if you're lost in the woods, and they're saying to change your voicemail, and basically Parks and Recs, like experts, have said, if your phone is about to die, don't spend that battery time trying to change your voicemail. Instead, try to get in touch with someone by calling 911 and describing where you are, what the circumstances are to the best of your ability. I guess changing your voicemail after that, if you still had enough juice on your phone to do that, might be, both things together can only help you.
I think the voicemail sounds so smart. I think it's
but also remember to change your voicemail back too, because most people don't.
Once you're rescued, you're like, help, come get me.
Right.
all the resources. You want to know?
At the house.
My mom's voicemail goes like this: "Hello, you know what to do. Live long and prosper." What a weird, random. It's the best, but it's like kind of like Bert's. Bert's is, you know what to do.
and that's it.
I think that in the boomer generation, like the baby boomers, that's like, you don't have to be like the beep, you know what to do.
Do you remember us leaving our voicemail messages back in the day, like on our answering machines?
I took days to do mine.
What would yours
I would do
be?
music. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the Showmans.
You would?
And my dad's like, I have powerful attorneys calling.
I got in trouble for that too.
Yeah, we would do like group, like it'd be like, welcome to the, and then my sister would be like, the Shockers.
That's
Make sure
so
you,
cute.
and someone else would like, leave a message.
Yours is way better.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive said gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real. It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
That's the Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. For many folks, cooking is an enjoyable pastime, but a new survey reveals a shocking number of us have had pretty bad kitchen nightmares. A survey of 2,000 cooks found that 1 in 3 people admit to needing to grab a fire extinguisher after trying out a new dish and having the whole thing go up in flames. Oh, my. Now I feel like you always post your cooking pictures.
Yeah, I like to cook.
Has this happened to you?
I've started some fires.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Because there's fire.
Yeah, but it's contained. This isn't the
And I'm wearing
pre-stored.
loose strings. It happened to be an apron.
Wait, you caught on fire?
Okay.
Is this surprising? Strings?
I'm wearing an apron. It's a little too long, and I'm letting it hang out. I'm making I'm making a bisque.
That's not sanitary.
It's first a bisque. There's a lot of questions going on. I'm simply saying that you have to give yourself some self-compassion in the kitchen. I don't cook perfectly. I'm not a neat cooker, but I love to cook. Don't let that stop you. Just be careful. No loose strings.
In a bisque? There's not even like an open flame.
It's a low flame. I was doing a simmer.
Okay, I'll tell my story now, Sam.
It's like she hairsprayed her hair next to it.
Yeah, you did something weird.
Something
no,
weird
you guys
happened.
have never had anything catch on fire while you cook?
Never.
Oh, okay.
I don't cook often though. What about you, Albert?
That's literally low-grade soup.
You don't need to stop.
Okay.
Albert, what about you?
For me, it wasn't me actually cooking. When I went to Brown,
it wasn't you.
So,
I'll explain. No,
you want to drop any more names?
When I went to Brown, I went there from an all-black school, so they welcomed us in like the Black Coalition, whatever, on campus. Is like, we're gonna cook for you guys. So me and my roommate, who's Adisa, who's now a doctor, and so me and him went. I always know the people in my life. So we go to this event. I said you know the people in my life. Well, I didn't want to swivel to you and destroy the story like I'm doing now.
You should have swiveled.
So we go there, and they made us chicken thighs and so I took a bite, and it was so rubbery. And I was like, I didn't want to be rude, but I tried to take another bite, and I looked, and it was like raw chicken. And the young lady that was cooking, she was like, oh, we were running late, so we just pulled it out of the oven and gave it. But and I was like, she goes to an Ivy League school.
Did you get salmonella?
No, because I didn't bite. I couldn't bite through it. It was that raw. But it was just like she had just like seared the top.
She needed more
fire. It was
fire.
like, oh, you guys got here early, so I just served it like this.
Fire story.
That's a kitchen nightmare. Well, what's yours, Sam? It better beat that.
I'm sure I have plenty because I always try and make dishes for my husband, like lock kiss and stuff, and they just don't turn out right.
They don't.
But no
Are you
fire.
a good cook? Do you feel good about cooking?
The best.
You're not the best. Okay.
But you make vegan, right?
Not always. For me, I make vegan, but I did when I first started dating Mark. I ordered from a really nice restaurant. Right before he came over, put it in the oven, put away all the
What are you, Bridget Jones?
packaging. Yeah, I literally sprinkled some flour on my face, opened the door, and I was like, dinner will be ready in a second, sit down. And it was all gourmet. Yes.
Why would you set the bar that high? Now he's expecting that every time.
Oh, I'm confessed.
Confused about the flour in the face.
Oh, she needs to seem like she's working.
Yeah,
like there's been
Miss Doubtfire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, Dr. Coley is telling us about a new trail that could be a huge breakthrough, trial rather, that could be a huge breakthrough in breast cancer research.
If you
Looking for that last-minute Halloween costume, you may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever is at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to DBL. So Dr. Coley joined us earlier to talk about some medical hot topics, including some good news in cancer research. Take a look. Any news about breast cancer that's good news, I want to share immediately. There is news of a breast cancer vaccine. It's a trial, and it's giving hope to many. Some preschoolers will soon be eligible for the COVID vaccine as well. And to talk about all of this, we have Dr. Coley here. So thank you for joining us, Doc. All right, so a clinical trial for breast cancer vaccine has started. Does this mean we are closer to a cure? We're still in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We have people on this panel with loved ones dealing with breast cancer. Now talk to us.
Yes, one step closer, guys.
Wow.
So exciting. So, you know, if you think about cancer, one of the hardest things we have in terms of dealing with it is diagnosing it early. So if our immune system, which is our soldiers, start to recognize the cancer early and start to attack it when it's microscopic, that's called cancer immunology, where you take your immune system, activate it against the cancer. So that's the concept here. Why do we only use our immune system to fight infections? Why not use it to fight the cancer? So you give this vaccine to women that have recovered from this, what's called triple negative breast cancer, teach their immune system how to recognize this cancer so that if it comes back, the immune system attacks
So it's like they're turned into the Avengers or X-Men, like you're X-Menning your immunity against cancer.
Oh, I like it. Which one can I be?
No one liked
Which one was the one with the white stripe?
Yep.
Storm?
Storm.
That's who I want to be.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Al, don't. Just read your thing.
All right, we're going to talk about COVID after that. You clearly don't watch the X-Men or the Avengers.
I do. I'm just saying what she's saying is they're arming themselves against it. That's smart thinking. That's preventative. That's good technology. That's X-Men.
No, it's not. You can't just throw it. Okay. Okay. I love her. Okay, let's talk about COVID. Currently, the CDC is recommending that everybody 12 and older should be vaccinated. As a parent of a 7-year-old, this hits near and dear to me. This Tuesday, the FDA is reviewing a vaccine for approval in children as young as 5. What should parents like myself be concerned about? What should we know?
So let me lay out the data for you, Al. Then I want to hear what your take is as a parent. We have really good data that kids 5 through 11 who get this mount an immune response similar to adults, have side effects less severe than adults. And then when you look clinically, they have greater than 90% protection against symptomatic infection. All very good news.
That's great.
But the sample size, the number of kids we studied is 4,500. So the tiny, 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 tiny signals that come up when you start giving it to millions of kids, we don't know about yet. And the specific ones I'm thinking about are myocarditis and pericarditis, inflammation of the heart that we saw in some adolescents. Now, we think based on Israel, it'll probably be okay, but I really hope that this gets approved today. What would your take be as a parent?
I would, even if it was considered experimental, I would vaccinate my youngest. I mean, you can't keep sending them to school and putting them on planes and not expect something bad to happen. And I just look at kids almost the way I look at cars. Like, they have a new model just rolled off the assembly line. My kid is healthy. His body's going to respond vigorously to things as opposed to my 44-year-old body. So God forbid anything does happen, I'd like his chances to make it through better than mine, actually.
You're stacking the deck for him. That is exactly what I think. The risk of something bad is extremely low, whereas the benefit of protecting him against COVID, I mean, he can go see Santa Claus this Christmas.
Yeah, he can get on a plane. It's a big deal. And, we have older relatives, and you want people to see people.
Right. Very, very true. Well, good information. Thank you very much, Doctor. DBL Nation, of course, if you have a question you want answered by Dr. Coley, write us on social media.
Or a question about the X-Men.
I think I know. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com. Go Storm. Thanks again, Doc. We'll be right back.
Of the pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the three basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is, again, usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive said gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real. It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break.
That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Yes, Erica, feeling it. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. We have to give a big DBL shout out to Tori today on her 8th wedding anniversary.
I I love that picture.
So thank you. So this is my wed wedding 8 years ago, and I just want to say, marry your best friend if you can. Really, it has changed my life for the better, and it has been a wonderful support system. So marry your best friend if you can. I love you, Brooks. Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. 8, huh?
If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Dave Chappelle is ready to take a conversation, or to have a conversation, rather, with the trans community, but not without a list of demands. We're going to tell you what he's asking. And Barbie and Ken are hitting the big screen. Huh? You won't believe the celebrities that are in talks to play the iconic couple.
Comes from 13 on your side viewer Nancy. She asked, if you're fully vaccinated, 2 shots, and you get COVID, should you still get a booster shot, or did you build up immunity by having COVID? Our sources for this story are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Dr. Del DeHart, University of Michigan Health West lead of their infection prevention group.
If you are fully vaccinated and you get COVID, should you still get the booster shot?
Great question. Getting COVID, even if you've had the booster, is like getting a good booster from any other source.
Many vaccines, like TD for diphtheria, Tdap for whooping cough, and even the flu shot require booster shots to keep the body as strong as possible. The CDC states that for some vaccines, after a while, immunity begins to wear off.
But COVID vaccination is probably more long-lasting.
Dr. DeHart says people who develop the virus while being fully vaccinated are in a much better position to fight the virus right now. But not enough data has come in about how strong the vaccine's resistance is long-term, since boosters only started becoming widely available for select groups in September.
So to me, the question is more along the lines of when should you get the booster rather than should you get it, because the goal is just to extend that immunity.
He says the risk for COVID is still high right now, so what the boosters are doing is basically letting your body know to pay attention to the virus and to still make antibodies, so that when you're exposed, your immune system reacts quickly.
Are you protected then another 6 months, or might that be a lot more robust and last for a year or two? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
We can verify that yes, you should still get the booster shot no matter what. You will have built up immunity, but doctors are still trying to find out how long that resistance stays as strong as when you first received it. When it comes to immunization, it is better to be over-prepared.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Al, Erica, and Tori. All right, so Dave Chappelle is speaking out about the controversy over his Netflix special. Dave posted a 5-minute video on Instagram where he said he was willing to meet with members of the transgender community who were angered over some of the jokes he made in the special, but only under certain conditions. Watch.
First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
So Hannah Gadsby is a gay Australian comedian who blasted both Netflix and Dave Chappelle after she was used as an example of how Netflix also streams inclusive content. What did you think, Al, of Dave's conditions?
I thought it was fair. I mean, the only reason that I even felt comfortable speaking on it when we initially did a week and a half ago is because I was up early that morning and watched it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was quiet. I had a chance to take everything in. But I think especially at that point, most people had not seen it. And even a couple weeks later, people are busy. They don't have time to sit down for an hour. So I get a lot of people haven't seen it. I guarantee you there's more people commenting on it than have seen it. And that's a scary thing. And the really troubling thing with that is the people commenting on it that haven't seen it have now made it so that moving forward, it looks like Dave will have more trouble getting things seen but people have affected that even though they haven't seen the work yet, which is scary, I think. It's a bad precedent to set.
Yeah, I have to agree with the commenting when you haven't seen it thing.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe just the position that we're in as well, when we first started having this conversation, I was very transparent. I hadn't had a chance to see it yet. And then I felt very uncomfortable making any comment because what am I going to say? But then we don't think about it that way. We think about things in terms of social commentary. And then someone that you brought up earlier, someone that you like or respect, has an opinion on something that maybe they've seen or haven't seen, and now because you're aligned with this person, then that's your opinion too. And I think when we're dealing with any subject matter, it is important to get context behind the issues that we're talking about. I find Dave Chappelle to be a very interesting person to try to summon in general. I mean, he did walk away from tens of millions of dollars because his sensibilities didn't align with how he was going to get that money. So the idea that he would be called to the table, I would fully expect for him to come back and say, these are the conditions in which that would happen.
And one last thing that I think is the scariest thing of all of this is, more than anything, art needs context. You can describe stand-up, and if I just read it to you on a piece of paper, you'd be like, this is the most reprehensible thing that I've ever had, because you need to be there. You go to comedy clubs, it's context. The whole point is context. Tongue-in-cheek, I'm being over the top, I'm being satirical. It's context, and without that, art can easily be condemned, and this is the way we're going down. We're going down a road where people that are squares are writing things that, yes, are black and white, or describing a painting, but they're not giving it any context. So people that are going to read it and say, that's terrible, but without any context. So this is a way to attack art and attack thought, and it's happening. And anybody that's commenting on this that has not seen it is complicit.
I completely agree with you, and I want to support you, and I watched the special, and I liked the special, and there is way more depth about it in the special.
I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying watch it.
He has an opinion.
Just watch
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
My thought here is just with Hannah Gadsby. She got brought into this unwillingly, and if it were me or I would not want my name. Now she has all these haters of Dave Chappelle fans, and she wrote out, like, get away from me. I didn't want to be involved in this. I don't want to be part of this emotionally stunted worldview. That's how her opinion is of Dave Chappelle. And yeah, she probably shouldn't have been brought into this. And now he's kind of putting her down, and I get it's a joke, but I didn't want to be put in the mix, and now she's in the mix. I kind of feel for Hannah. I don't want to be too square, but that stinks for Hannah.
No, I think both can be true.
I think the end result is going to be a really good one. I really do. I think, Dave Chappelle, whether or not his jokes were misconstrued, whether or not you saw the special or not, at the end of the day, he seems to be a very compassionate person. He's open to having a conversation. Hopefully they have this conversation. Hopefully a lot of people tune in and a lot of people learn something and gain some empathy. So I think this will actually end with a really, it's going to be a good result.
I love your optimism.
I
really, truly do. I love that about you,
Sam.
Sam. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's great.
All right. Well, some people are calling out Angelina Jolie's hair malfunction on the red carpet. So Angelina appeared at the Eternals premiere in Rome in this gorgeous metallic strapless dress. But of course, if you go on social media, all the focus was on her hair. So take a look at this. Angie swapped out her shoulder-length hair for a longer style, but the extensions were visible, choppy, and uneven, with some on social media saying they looked like they were clipped in by a child.
Erica, do you have some thoughts?
Well, first of all, the dress is fire.
It looks
I was sitting here like, I don't know if I'm allowed to even comment on how dope that dress is.
I just saw her. Let's see her
from the front. It is a 10 out of 10, honey.
Honestly, that might be my favorite dress that we've ever shown on DBL.
I mean, dress
of all time. I like the way it fits. It looks metallic, but it's not. I think it's a really cool fit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the equal opportunity of hair extension criticism. I'm here for that. We've been criticizing women wearing hair extensions and pieces for years, for decades, and I think that Angelina Jolie being open to that criticism is fair. I mean, we're talking about a red carpet, so everybody's looking for a look. I don't see it hurting her You know, I'm just simply saying that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of. Oh, I'm sorry, Tori.
No, I just wanted to know what gander
You just want to say gander?
I just want to know what it was. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Tori, you experiment a lot.
I
with,
have hair extensions.
Yeah.
And you can see them sometimes. And I was
And people write in.
And people write in. Thank you. I'm kidding. I'm just saying this. I got a very bad haircut, and ever since then I've been trying to grow it out, and you can see them, and I laugh it off as if I'm in on the joke. But you know, it's true. We're trying to, you know, you're sticking things in there, and if you're gonna do that, you gotta take the risk of maybe you're gonna get some criticism. So at a wedding the other day, someone's like, I can see your tape in. Thank you, honey. It's fine. You just gotta roll with it.
But also you have access to the, you know, professional makeup team. A lot of people, and going back to what you were saying, Erica, I'm a big fan of hip hop. I grew up with it. And in the late 80s, early 90s, every other rap song was like hair or weave. Yeah, I see your hair is all. It was a weird obsession with a lot of black humor and a lot of hip hop in terms of we are unbelievable. All this, and I laugh too. Those are just running jokes in the black community. So it's so interesting now. I remember the first time I even realized that white women got hair extensions. We were like doing some clip about like some country singer, and I was like, you were like, oh, she's got. I was like, oh, I didn't even know white women got them. That's how much. I thought it was only like a black community thing. So I'm learning too.
Look at Erica's face.
Yes.
She's like,
well, I'm just saying, like, you know, that's the truth.
Yeah.
It was a way to like make there be a less than commentary. It was also, weave and hair extensions are very much have been historically about socioeconomic status. The better the hair extensions, the better
Richer
weave
you
that
are,
you were.
that's right.
That said something about who you are.
Oh, hair sizzle.
And so, I mean, I think that, yeah, we're looking at Angelina Jolie, and like, I guess she's more shocking of an example because we would think that she could, you know, she wouldn't have a faux pas with a weave, but, you know, it happens to everybody. And ultimately, I think Al's absolutely right. Like, I'm just saying we should be very open about the idea of having these conversations openly.
But was like her team
I thought that was weird.
Can we just call it what it is? She went down the red carpet. A team of people were paid a lot of money, I'm sure, to make sure she was red carpet ready, and how nobody noticed that is a big miss. Let's just call it what it is.
Because she's usually pristine.
I mean, yeah. All right. So 2 stars have been cast in the upcoming Barbie movie. Margot Robbie is set to play the plastic icon. But get this, Ryan Gosling is in talks to play Ken. Greta Gerwig, who directed Lady Bird and Little Women, co-wrote the script. Here's a look at Margot and Barbie. She seems born to play that role. Wow. But what do you think about Ryan as Ken?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Wait,
I don't see him as Ken.
You don't?
You don't?
I think that's because he plays really interesting parts, but if he played it really straight.
He's too edgy and cool for Ken.
I think he's a good
Ken
enough
has, like,
actor.
zero swagger.
First of all, what if Ken does stink?
Ken
stinks.
Ken doesn't talk though, so how do we know what he has?
Barbie doesn't talk either.
First of all, there's a lot of like animated cartoons and stuff that we've seen over the last few decades of Barbie and Ken come to life.
No, there aren't. There's not a lot of those.
Okay, you've seen
Where
SNL
would I find
skits.
this?
Okay, but
so now we're gone with that. Now we're at SNL skits.
Well, I'm just saying, anytime you see Ken, he's got zero swagger. He needs someone with a little edge. Ryan would give him the edge. I like it.
And I think, what if the story is Ken finding himself?
Oh,
what if that's the story?
Well, you know, Greta Gerwig is definitely, I hope I'm saying her name right. Gerwig, okay.
Yep.
She's definitely edgy. She's definitely progressive. Cool. I feel like she's going to have a new spin on Barbie and Ken because Barbie and Ken traditionally are
so boring. Do you guys remember this? I'm a Barbie. Remember that song? And remember The Shape of Barbie? They found out if it was a real woman, she couldn't stand up. If the proportions were put on an actual woman, the woman would not be able to stand.
Well, poor thing's been on tiptoes her whole life, too.
Ridiculous.
She has to have tiptoes out because of her heels. Yeah. Poor thing's never had a flat foot, never been able to relax her calf, and never been able to put on a ballet
But what if she likes that?
She doesn't.
Okay.
She can't advocate for herself?
Oh, really? She has to be on tiptoes 24/7?
Maybe that's how she feels most comfortable. Why don't you let Barbie speak for herself instead of trying to speak over her?
I'm just saying Barbie had to evolve into finally there was a Dr. Barbie.
Why do you consider that evolving? Maybe she was happy where she was.
Oh, really?
Yes.
When Barbie was only blonde, white? Like, thank God
Maybe that's all you're seeing. Maybe Barbie didn't see herself like that.
Oh, Barbie.
Maybe Barbie saw herself as a maybe Barbie saw herself as a person that was. Maybe Barbie was at peace with herself.
No,
I'm here. I'm standing up for Barbie.
Thank goodness Mattel.
You guys are trying to put a personality on them when maybe they don't want to have a personality. Maybe they like chilling.
You're missing the
You're
point,
definitely
Al.
missing
You're
everything.
definitely missing everything we're saying.
Erica, stop talking.
We're all in for inclusivity when it comes to Barbie.
Barbie might be happy.
She's not.
What about the girls that play with Barbie? Every girl wants a blonde, white Barbie.
Tiptoe?
No, they don't. There needs to be representation, and there is. Thank goodness. They've evolved.
So now we're not talking about Barbie anymore.
Oh, I can't with you. I
won't.
can't. Coming up on DBL, from meeting at a bar to touring the country together, meet two moms going viral for their hilarious friendship.
Closed captioning provided by I just want to say, Michael Dean, you can take a point, Michael Dean.
Yeah, boys play with Barbie too.
And we just have to say, like, that is, I wish somebody would have said that in my ear. Somebody shouldn't have to say that in my ear, but I just want the viewers out there to understand that, you know, if they have a little boy that's...
I have a theory about Barbie's personality.
Okay, go ahead, Al.
You give Barbie a bland personality because you do think that the kids that are going to play with her will put their own personality into her.
That's the point of it.
Of
But
course
the
it is.
So then you-
representation is
But you
only
still
the
need Barbie
sun-tanned, big-boobed woman.
Yeah, you
it's
still
boring.
need a physical representation of Barbie to... So
Okay, but like if she has larger breasts, that's not her fault. That's how her
Honey, she
body
couldn't
is.
stand up. It's
Can
not
I
physically
s-
fun.
There's a
Can I
lot of
say-
Americans that can't stand up, so they can't be represented in
Listen,
the
as
world of
someone
wax.
who purchases dolls for her daughter and would
Sam,
for Miles
your dolls
as well,
are terrifying. You're not the person to speak on.
as someone who purchases a lot of dolls for her daughter, I try and make them all inclusive and diverse. I have a hard time finding Asian descent Barbies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or dolls. I can
Interesting.
find, you know, ones like if you go to World Market, there's a whole section. They're not necessarily like Barbie dolls, but they're dolls and they're all different ethnicities.
You go to
even-
World Market for dolls?
Yeah, they have
well,
really
some
good
of them have
everything.
hijabs.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, if you really want to get like an inclusive doll, you can go to World Market, Cost Plus, and they even have dolls with hijabs and stuff like that. But what I found, even there, I cannot. I did find one online. My mom even told me. My mom saw all of our dolls in a tent, and she said, "You don't have a doll with you know, like an Asian descent." And so we found one on Amazon.
Interesting.
But yeah, that seems to be lacking in the market.
The studies just came out yesterday that hate crimes are up, but mostly Asian hate crimes are up an enormous amount, and we need to be vocal about that and support our Asian brothers and sisters because that needs to be something that's in the conversation.
It was happening like every couple days.
It was
for a while.
very bad, and I know it. Yeah, we need to bring that up.
The truth about swimsuits is I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, should have done crunches or something. I hate everything about this.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm just here for a teachers conference.
Hey, nice
How's
tea
things
bags.
going? My kid's acting out. I can't imagine why.
Welcome back to DBL. If you are not one of the millions of people following I'm Mom So Hard, you are missing out. Kristen Hensley and Jen Smedley hilariously deliver their perspective on the ups and downs of modern momming, and it is so relatable. Earlier, we caught up with the ladies for today's DBL Spotlight.
No, guys, we'll handle the slow motion, you know, after. In post. You can walk in the regular.
Walk normal?
Right.
Okay. Kristen and Jen, welcome to DBL. Now, you have a ridiculously cute story about how you met. Can you tell us how it all came down to a leather jacket? I want to know.
Jen and I had just met at a comedy show, and we found out at that comedy show that we were both from Nebraska but did not know each other in Nebraska, and we had lived in the same town. We knew all the same people. Then we end up moving to LA at different times, and we lived a block apart, and we drove matching cars.
Whoa.
We drove like I mean, it was like a fairy tale meant to happen, right? We were having a great time, and then we were like, well, now we're best friends. So the next day we hung out, and we both were wearing leather jackets. And as women, you will get this. We traded leather jackets.
Oh,
and
wow.
when you trade a leather jacket, the commitment is deep and great, and we still have them, and it was like our love language to each other.
There had to be like a moment where you knew that you were gonna share every single like mom moment. Like, when was that aha moment for you?
Kristen had her son first, so she was the first one of us to have babies. And I just thought, well, that's it. You know, my friends had kids. I am out of the picture. I'm not important anymore. She doesn't need me. She's got this really important thing she has to focus on. I called her like 5 or 6 weeks after her son was born. I was like, I just miss you, and I want you to come over and see me. And if you can't, it's fine. And I heard these like tires screech outside my front door, and it was her and her husband, and they had the baby asleep in a car seat and a 6-pack of beers, and was like, yes, please, let's be normal. And like, so I knew she needed me.
Your swimsuit video went viral in just a few hours. So exactly how much wine was involved in the making of that moment?
It looks like somebody's frowning. This gives me 4 complete butt cheeks.
I will tell you, we were stone cold sober because I, not only sober, terrified, I just kept telling myself, just don't look down. Just don't look down. And then, and my other thing I said to Jen was like, I don't think a lot of people are going to see this, right? Like, this is probably like one of those that not a lot of people are going to see. And then like every literal person on planet Earth saw it. And I'm sure every guy I ever dated saw it. And they were like, well, that didn't get any better.
No! My favorite line is, don't look down, don't look down. I practice that as well. Last time you were on the road, your entire family's jumped on a tour bus, but this time it's just the two of you. How is it going, and what can we expect between you two this time?
Well, this is called the Getaway Tour, and this is our getting away from our families and giving other moms and our fans the opportunity to get away for just a night from their families.
Well, lastly, as if you aren't juggling enough, you are adding winemakers to your resume. So tell us about Accomplice Wine.
Well, this has been one of our most difficult endeavors because it requires, you know, wine tasting and digging into different varietals and, you know, going to a vineyard that looks like heaven. And you're like, oh, fine, I'll do that. And so we are working with this really wonderful vintner out of Paso Robles, which is called the O'Neill Company, and they're wonderful, and they've been around forever.
To our viewers, if you want to join the ladies on the road, please check out imomsohard.com for dates and check out their wine at accomplicewine.com. Kristen and Jen, you are absolutely delightful. I hope I can be your friends. Thanks for joining DBL. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having us.
Your insurance mark.
Last-minute Halloween costume, you may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever's at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Friday on DBL, we're going all in for Halloween. We'll be getting all dressed up with looks from the shows you've been binging.
No, thank you. Thank you for having us.
No. Plus, we'll get a glimpse into our futures with a live psychic reading, and actress Justine Bateman will also be here live. You're invited to our big Halloween bash this Friday on DBL.
Yay, I can't wait. Welcome back to DBL. Avoiding certain foods can actually keep your heart healthy. So we're going to chat about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. According to cardiologists, these are the foods you should try to limit or completely avoid for a healthy heart. First up, bacon, sausage, and other processed meats. I'm sorry, Erica. They are filled with saturated fat, salt, and nitrates. Next, potato chips. They have too much salt and empty carbs. Also dessert. You should enjoy added sugars in very limited quantities, if at all. And lastly, stay away from energy drinks. The added sugar in these drinks is a bad mix. So staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their Underdesk Elliptical at home. Call 1-800-556-2089 or visit QB.com to learn more. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Of the pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the three basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is again usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive said gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough!
Get real. It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Yes, Erica, feeling it. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Tomorrow on DBL, Dope Sick creator Danny Strong is here.
My people trusted me. I can't believe how many of them are dead now.
How he brought the opioid epidemic to the screen. And on the next True Crime Chronicles, the 1986 disappearance of a teenage girl. Why police have reopened the haunting case of Susan Robin Bender. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Before we go, we gotta give a big DBL shout out to Griffin Clark, who turns 12 today. So here's the thing. Not only is he a fantastic kid, but he's the son of our executive producer, Chris. Everyone here at DBL wishes you a very special 12th birthday.
Happy birthday, Griff.
Griff, you are out. Like, he's so smart. When he came here, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid's 12. I feel, or 11 at the time. He felt smarter than.
He's way cooler than I.
He's way more evolved than I was at 12.
Cooler.
They all, yeah, these kids are like super, they're way past where we were. But it's so great to watch them grow.
And they get sarcasm so quickly. So happy birthday, Griff. And DBL's new every day. We will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have the best day, Griff. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Our question comes from 13 On Your Side viewer Nancy. She asked, if you're fully vaccinated, 2 shots, and you get COVID, should you still get a booster shot, or did you build up immunity by having COVID? Our sources for this story are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Dr. Del DeHart, University of Michigan Health West lead of their infection prevention group.
If you are fully vaccinated and you get COVID, should you still get the booster shot?
Great question. Getting COVID, even if you've had the booster, is like getting a good booster from any other source.
Many vaccines, like TD for diphtheria, Tdap for whooping cough, and even the flu shot require booster shots to keep the body as strong as possible. The CDC states that for some vaccines, after a while, immunity begins to wear off.
But COVID vaccination is probably more long-lasting.
Dr. DeHart says people who develop the virus while being fully vaccinated are in a much better position to fight the virus right now. But not enough data has come in about how strong the vaccine's resistance is long term, since boosters only started becoming widely available for select groups in September.
So to me, the question is more along the lines of when should you get the booster rather than should you get it, because the goal is just to extend that immunity.
He says the risk for COVID is still high right now, so what the boosters are doing is basically letting your body know to pay attention to the virus and to still make antibodies, so that when you're exposed, your immune system reacts quickly.
Are you protected then another 6 months, or might that be a lot more robust and last for a year or two? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
We can verify that yes, you should still get the booster shot no matter what. You will have built up immunity, but doctors are still trying to find out how long that resistance stays as strong as when you first received it.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
New details emerge in the fatal shooting on the set of Rust, why a cast member says he didn't speak up weeks ago. After the heavy backlash, Dave Chappelle agrees to meet with the trans community, but only on his terms. Do his demands go too far? Dr. Coley joins us to discuss a new breast cancer vaccine, the groundbreaking trials you need to hear about. And meet these 2 moms going viral for bringing comedy to marriage and motherhood.
And the truth about swimsuits is, I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, should have done crunches or something.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, October 26th. I am Sam here with Al, Tori, and Erica. And a lot of you are still following the Alec Baldwin. I don't even know what to call it at this point because there's so many different people that have come forward. In fact, one of the actors cast in Alec Baldwin's movie Rust is speaking out about some of his safety concerns on set. So his name is Hudson. Okay, there he is. He played an outlaw in the film who gets killed in a shootout. He said filming the scene was extremely unsettling. In fact, here's what he told TMZ. Listen. Or you were nodding your head.
Well, yeah, he's traumatized. You can see him sort of like living the moment back as he says, like, it was surreal. At no point should your life be in danger on a set, but I totally get not wanting to say anything. And Al, we were talking earlier and you said something like, let's not sit up here and be like, man, they should have said something, because when you're on an Alec Baldwin film, you're brand new. I get it. I get it. The hierarchy of power is set, and it's not easy to be like, I'm uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So let's not sit here and say we would have done that, because it's not easy. So I just felt for the man.
I would be shocked if any of us sat here and said we would have done it, because we've all been in situations where we're new to the industry or new to a set or whatever it may be. We can take it really kind of out of this film movie set thing, because a lot of people, when I say if you're experiencing something that you don't feel right, it feels off, it feels toxic to you, everyone always makes it seem like if you say something, if you document it or report it, that everything's gonna be thrown up in the air. We know that's not true.
Right.
But what happens is when one person expresses concern and then another person expresses concern, there becomes this pattern of behavior, as you've seen here in these examples. Then by the time that someone who is of authority or someone who is like the 10th person to say something, then perhaps that means that there's going to be some sort of change in culture. But if everyone stays silent, then terrible things happen. And that's what we're seeing in this moment.
Well, everybody stays silent because everybody wants to eat. Like, let's pull away from this movie, because most people will never be on a movie set. That's fine. This is just a workplace. How many places have you worked where you're like, what's happening here is not cool. The way my manager is talking to me or looking at me is not okay. The things they're asking me to do are not safe or healthy, or, you know, oh, just use the old onion rings from yesterday. It'll be fine. Just put some ketchup on them. Like, these things that we've all been told to do, we did that not because we're weak-willed, Erica. It's because we want to eat. It's because this may be rent money this month, and you don't have time to become, you know,
a whistleblower.
A whistleblower, or it's like some kind of hero, because you won't be. You'll be fired and replaced, and everybody knows that. Your manager knows that. Your coworkers know that, and that's why everybody stays silent. And it could either be this, or it could be an outbreak of some bad food that you served, even though you know that silverware was dirty. This is what happens when we have a hierarchy where one person is in charge and controls the life and future of everybody on that set or in that workplace.
I agree, but I do think it's amplified on a set. Because
absolutely.
You are dangling a carrot of everyone's biggest dream, right?
Yeah.
People that will give up anything, work for free, do what they have to do to just get a SAG card. That's like in order to get into the union. And I think the exploitation that has been happening on set for so long has been happening forever in the film industry, because they know that they could take advantage of people, because people that are there live, breathe, and just want so badly to make it in Hollywood, right? And so I think we're starting to see a shift right now on set. We also know that a lot of these actors and crew members are boycotting and protesting right now, striking for wages and things like that. But I have to tell you, like, this happens all the time. We all know it. We've had our experiences. I still have a lot of friends that are working on films day to day. A lot of them are so hungry for roles or so hungry for any type of gig right now because of the pandemic. They will work for $100 a day when before they were working for 10 times that amount of money. And unions aren't involved right now because they know that they can continue to exploit people because of the fact that everybody is looking for a gig in that industry. So I think this is really worrisome. You know, I'm glad that we're talking about it. Unfortunately, it comes at the cost of someone's life and someone having to end up in the hospital. But that's what we're dealing with.
I agree.
I also want to talk about this next. I'm just going to wait for the prompter for a moment. Okay. So, also what happened on the film, because a lot of you are bringing this up, the film is on indefinite pause. We know that. But as investigators, what they're trying to do is they're trying to piece together what happened. And here's what they found out. They found out, according to detectives, that there were loose and boxed ammunition and a fanny pack with ammo from the set. So meantime, The Wrap, which is like an online investigative newspaper, they found that crew members on that set used the prop guns with live ammunition to go plinking earlier in the day. You might not know what that means. It's an informal target shooting, like shooting beer cans in the woods, right, which does happen on many, many, many sets. I'm not making it okay, but clearly the theory is that after there was plinking, maybe one of the rounds was not emptied.
Yeah, it seems like it was real loose on set. And this is the thing, again, don't forget how many narratives we let float in our society. And just on this desk, Erica, it's like we talk about, you know, deregulation comes from a lot of people's mouths. People talk about busting up unions. They're too expensive. You're paying people not to work, that kind of stuff. And this is the result. When you don't have professionals, you have 24-year-olds that are taking strange Instagram photos, like she's Annie Oakley, leaving things out, not labeling whether something's hot or cold, which is a little bit important. And this is what happens, garbage in, garbage out. And when you do not have people in experienced places because they're willing to work for less, then this is the result. So we cannot then sit here as a society and say, how did this happen? We know exactly how it happened. It's either we do something about it or we have this conversation every 6 months or so.
And what you're saying is true. And just to add on, I've been sniffing from the beginning. This negligence keeps building like a cake or a pie or something. It is one thing after another. The assistant director was fired from another job previously because of a firearm discharge. He had safety issues with the Hulu series. As I'm thinking legally, okay, in my legal mind where I like to go, this adds up. When you have that much negligence over and over, you had 6 crew members walk out hours earlier. Some red alarms are going off for me that this isn't a civil lawsuit. This is involuntary manslaughter with gross negligence. Someone died and someone's going to be held accountable. And I'm not saying it's Alec Baldwin. I don't think it will be. But as a producer, you've got to start thinking prison time, not just civil time. This is disgusting the way they handled those firearms on set, and someone lost their life for it.
Yeah. All right, so changing gears here. Have you ever thought about what you do if you got lost while hiking? Well, a hiker who failed to check in at the end of the day while hiking Mount Elbert right here in Colorado was reported missing to authorities. Emergency responders tried to get in touch with the hiker, but get this, the hiker declined their repeated phone calls, did not answer their texts, all because the calls came from an unknown number. So experts are warning everyone, do not do this. If you're not back at the time that you're scheduled, chances are any calls you get might come from the folks who are checking in to make sure you are okay. Have anybody ever been in a situation? I know you don't hike.
Yes.
You've made that very clear. But have you guys ever been in a situation like this? Erica, I always call like our survivalist.
Yeah, I'm a survivalist, but I'm a urban survivalist.
Yeah. She's not a hiker.
Yeah, I don't go out into
hiking.
y'all not gonna catch me off the grid. Okay. So I know this is something people do. I've been living in Colorado for like 12 years now, so I understand this is very serious for people who decide to do these things. I'm just personally not one of them.
Can I defend young people on this story? Because I know people were like, well, why wouldn't you answer your phone?
I get it.
I feel like we're from the generation where we, at some points in our lives, we picked up the phone and you didn't know who was on the other end. It was just a ringing phone. Where now, if you're 24, you've never done that. You've always been able to look and say, I don't know this person, and not. So maybe they're just used to not picking it up, whereas like 44-year-olds are like, hopefully it's help. You know, maybe young people just don't think about it.
But don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
pick
hike?
up the phone. No. Yeah, or don't hike. No,
yeah,
no.
just don't go to the mountains or the woods. There's things that want to eat you in there.
Nature.
It's a home game for them. No, I'm not doing it.
Albert, stop.
I'm not going out there.
Okay, tell that to an adventurist who absolutely loves to have
an adventurist with their cell phone. If you're going to do it, do it.
You can bring your cell phone.
No, then that's cheating.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Coming up on DBL, celebrities fall victim to bad hair days like the rest of us. But usually not on the red carpet. We're going to talk about Angelina Jolie's hair extension disaster. And have you ever tried cooking a dish that turned into a nightmare? We're sharing our kitchen horror stories up next.
Closed captioning provided by
survivalist, meaning I survive, but I stay in the city to do so. There was another topic of conversation we didn't quite get to, but you might have noticed on social media that people are posting what to do if you're lost in the woods, and they're saying to change your voicemail, and basically Parks and Recs, like experts have said, if your phone is about to die, don't spend that battery time trying to change your voicemail. Instead, try to get in touch with someone by calling 911 and describing where you are, what the circumstances are to the best of your ability. I guess changing your voicemail after that, if you still had enough juice on your phone to do that, might be, both things together can only help you.
I think the voicemail sounds so smart. I think it's
but also remember to change your voicemail back too. because most people don't
Once you're rescued, you're like, help, come get me.
Right.
all the resources. You want to know
at the house.
My mom's voicemail goes like this: "Hello, you know what to do. Live long and prosper." What a weird, random. It's the best, but it's like
kind of like Bert. Bert says, "You know what to do." And that's it.
I think that in the boomer generation, like the baby boomers, that's like, you don't have to be like the beep, you know what to do.
Do you remember us leaving our voicemail messages back in the day, like on our answering machine?
I took days to do mine.
What would yours
I would
be?
do music. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the Showmans.
You would?
And my dad's like, I have powerful attorneys calling.
I got in trouble for that too.
Yeah, we would do like group, like it'd be like, welcome to the, and then my sister would be like, the Shockers.
That's
Make sure
so
you,
cute.
and someone else would like, leave a message.
Yours is way better.
Miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive said gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real. It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
Yes, Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. For many folks, cooking is an enjoyable pastime, but a new survey reveals a shocking number of us have had pretty bad kitchen nightmares. A survey of 2,000 cooks found that 1 in 3 people admit to needing to grab a fire extinguisher after trying out a new dish and having the whole thing go up in flames. Oh, now I feel like you always post your cooking pictures.
Yeah, I like to cook.
Has this happened to you?
I've started some fires.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Because there's fire.
Yeah, but it's contained. This isn't the
And I'm wearing loose strings. It happened to be an apron.
Wait, you caught on fire?
Okay. Is this surprising? I'm wearing an apron. It's a little too long, and I'm letting it hang out. I'm making a bisque.
That's not sanitary.
It's first a bisque. There's a lot of questions going on. I'm simply saying that you have to give yourself some self-compassion in the kitchen. I don't cook perfectly. I'm not a neat cooker, but I love to cook. Don't let that stop you. Just be careful. No loose strings.
In a bisque? There's not even like an open flame.
It's a low flame. I was doing a simmer.
Okay, I'll tell my story now, Sam.
It's like she hairsprayed her hair next to it.
Yeah, you did something weird.
Something
No,
weird
you guys
happened.
have never had anything catch on fire while you cook?
Never.
Oh, okay.
I don't cook often, though. What about you, Albert?
That's literally low-grade soup.
You don't need to stop.
Okay.
Albert, what about you?
For me, it wasn't me actually cooking. When I went to Brown,
it wasn't you.
So,
I'll explain. No,
you want to drop any more names?
When I went to Brown, I went there from an all-black school, so they welcomed us in like the Black Coalition, whatever, on campus. Is like, we're gonna cook for you guys. So me and my roommate, who's Adisa, who's now a doctor, and so me and him went. I always know the people in my life. So we go to this event. I said you know the people in my life. Well, I didn't want to swivel to you and destroy the story like I'm doing now.
You should have swiveled.
So we go there and they made us chicken thighs and so I took a bite and it was so rubbery. And I was like, I didn't want to be rude, but I tried to take another bite and I looked and it was like raw chicken. And the young lady that was cooking, she was like, oh, we were running late, so we just pulled it out of the oven and gave it. But and I was like, she goes to an Ivy League school.
Did you
and
get salmonella?
No, because I couldn't bite through it. It was that raw. But it was just like she had just like seared the top.
She needed more
fire. It was like, oh, you guys got here early, so I just served it like this.
Fire story.
That's a kitchen nightmare. Well, what's yours, Sam? It better beat that.
I'm sure I have plenty because I always try and make dishes for my husband, like lock kiss and stuff, and they just don't turn out right.
They don't.
But no
Are you
fire.
a good cook? Do you feel good about cooking?
The best.
You're
I
not
try.
the best. Okay.
But you make vegan, right?
Not always. For me, I make vegan, but I did when I first started dating Mark. I ordered from a really nice restaurant. Right before he came over, put it in the oven, put away all the
What are you, Bridget Jones?
packaging. Yeah, I literally sprinkled some flour on my face, opened the door, and I was like, Dinner will be ready in a second. Sit down. And it was all gourmet. Yes.
Why would you set the bar that high? Now he's expecting that every time.
Oh, I'm confessed. Like,
confused about the flour in the face.
Oh, she needs to seem like she's working.
Yeah.
Like there's been flour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, Dr. Coley is telling us about a new trail that could be a huge breakthrough, trial rather, that could be a huge breakthrough in breast cancer research.
Looking for that last-minute Halloween costume? You may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever is at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to DBL. So Dr. Coley joined us earlier to talk about some medical hot topics, including some good news in cancer research. Take a look.
Any news about breast cancer that's good news, I want to share immediately. There is news of a breast cancer vaccine. It's a trial, and it's giving hope to many. Some preschoolers will soon be eligible for the COVID vaccine as well. And to talk about all of this, we have Dr. Coley here. So thank you for joining us, Doc. All right, so a clinical trial for breast cancer vaccine has started. Does this mean we are closer to a cure? We're still in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We have people on this panel with loved ones dealing with breast cancer. Now talk to us.
Yes, one step closer, guys.
Wow.
So exciting. So, if you think about cancer, one of the hardest things we have in terms of dealing with it is diagnosing it early. So if our immune system, which is our soldiers, start to recognize the cancer early and start to attack it when it's microscopic, that's called cancer immunology, where you take your immune system, activate it against the cancer. So that's the concept here. Why do we only use our immune system to fight infections? Why not use it to fight the cancer? So you give this vaccine to women that have recovered from this, what's called triple negative breast cancer, teach their immune system how to recognize this cancer so that if it comes back, the immune system attacks
So it's like they're turned into the Avengers or X-Men, like you're X-Menning your immunity against cancer.
Oh, I like it. Which one can I be?
No one liked
Which one was the one with the white stripe?
Yep.
Storm?
Storm.
That's who I want to be.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Al, don't. Just read your thing.
All right, we're going to talk about COVID after that. You clearly don't watch the X-Men or the Avengers.
I do. I'm just saying what she's saying is they're arming themselves against it. That's smart thinking. That's preventative. That's good technology. That's X-Men.
No, it's not. You can't just throw it. Okay. Okay. I love her. Okay, let's talk about COVID. Currently, the CDC is recommending that everybody 12 and older should be vaccinated. As a parent of a 7-year-old, this hits near and dear to me. This Tuesday, the FDA is reviewing a vaccine for approval in children as young as 5. What should parents like myself be concerned about? What should we know?
So let me lay out the data for you, Al. Then I want to hear what your take is as a parent. We have really good data that kids 5 through 11 who get this mount an immune response similar to adults, have side effects less severe than adults. And then when you look clinically, they have greater than 90% protection against symptomatic infection. All very good news.
That's great.
But the sample size, the number of kids we studied is 4,500. So the tiny, 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 tiny signals that come up when you start giving it to millions of kids, we don't know about yet. And the specific ones I'm thinking about are myocarditis and pericarditis, inflammation of the heart that we saw in some adolescents. Now, we think based on Israel, it'll probably be okay, but I really hope that this gets approved today. What would your take be as a parent?
I would, even if it was considered experimental, I would vaccinate my youngest. I mean, you can't keep sending them to school and putting them on planes and not expect something bad to happen. And I just look at kids almost the way I look at cars. Like they have a new model just rolled off the assembly line. My kid is healthy. His body's going to respond vigorously to things as opposed to my 44-year-old body. So God forbid anything does happen, I'd like his chances to make it through better than mine, actually.
You're stacking the deck for him. That is exactly what I think. The risk of something bad is extremely low, whereas the benefit of protecting him against COVID, I mean, he can go see Santa Claus this Christmas.
Yeah, he can get on a plane. It's a big deal. And, we have older relatives, and you want people to see people.
Right. Very, very true. Well, good information. Thank you very much, Doctor. DBL Nation, of course, if you have a question you want answered by Dr. Coley, write us on social media.
Or a question about the X-Men.
I think I know. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com. Go Storm. Thanks again, Doc. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Of the pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the three basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is, again, usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive that gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Yes, Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. We have to give a big DBL shout out to Tori today on her 8th wedding anniversary.
I love that picture.
Thank you. So this is my wedding 8 years ago, and I just want to say, marry your best friend if you can. Really, it has changed my life for the better, and it has been a wonderful support system. So marry your best friend if you can. I love you,
photo.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. 8, huh?
If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Dave Chappelle is ready to take a conversation, or to have a conversation, rather, with the trans community, but not without a list of demands. We're going to tell you what he's asking. And Barbie and Ken are hitting the big screen. Huh? You won't believe the celebrities that are in talks to play the iconic couple.
Comes from 13 on your side viewer Nancy. She asked, if you're fully vaccinated, 2 shots, and you get COVID, should you still get a booster shot, or did you build up immunity by having COVID? Our sources for this story are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Dr. Del DeHart, University of Michigan Health West lead of their infection prevention group.
If you are fully vaccinated and you get COVID, should you still get the booster shot?
Great question. Getting COVID, even if you've had the booster, is like getting a good booster from any other source.
Many vaccines, like TD for diphtheria, Tdap for whooping cough, and even the flu shot require booster shots to keep the body as strong as possible. The CDC states that for some vaccines, after a while, immunity begins to wear off.
But COVID vaccination is probably more long-lasting.
Dr. DeHart says people who develop the virus while being fully vaccinated are in a much better position to fight the virus right now. But not enough data has come in about how strong the vaccine's resistance is long-term, since boosters only started becoming widely available for select groups in September.
So to me, the question is more along the lines of when should you get the booster rather than should you get it, because the goal is just to extend that immunity.
He says the risk for COVID is still high right now, so what the boosters are doing is basically letting your body know to pay attention to the virus and to still make antibodies, so that when you're exposed, your immune system reacts quickly.
Are you protected then another 6 months, or might that be a lot more robust and last for a year or two? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
We can verify that yes, you should still get the booster shot no matter what. You will have built up immunity, but doctors are still trying to find out how long that resistance stays as strong as when you first received it. When it comes to immunization, it is better to be over-prepared.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Al, Erica, and Tori. All right, so Dave Chappelle is speaking out about the controversy over his Netflix special. Dave posted a 5-minute video on Instagram where he said he was willing to meet with members of the transgender community who were angered over some of the jokes he made in the special, but only under certain conditions. Watch.
First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
So Hannah Gadsby is a gay Australian comedian who blasted both Netflix and Dave Chappelle after she was used as an example of how Netflix also streams inclusive content. What did you think, Al, of Dave's conditions?
I thought it was fair. I mean, the only reason that I even felt comfortable speaking on it when we initially did a week and a half ago is because I was up early that morning and watched it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was quiet. I had a chance to take everything in. But I think especially at that point, most people had not seen it. And even a couple weeks later, people are busy. They don't have time to sit down for an hour. So I get a lot of people haven't seen it. I guarantee you there's more people commenting on it than have seen it. And that's a scary thing. And the really troubling thing with that is the people commenting on it that haven't seen it have now made it so that moving forward, it looks like Dave will have more trouble getting things seen, but people have affected that even though they haven't seen the work yet, which is scary, I think. It's a bad precedent to set.
Yeah, I have to agree with the commenting when you haven't seen it thing.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe just the position that we're in as well, when we first started having this conversation, I was very transparent. I hadn't had a chance to see it yet. And then I felt very uncomfortable making any comment because what am I going to say? But then we don't think about it that way. We think about things in terms of social commentary. And then someone that you brought up earlier, someone that you like or respect has an opinion on something that maybe they've seen or haven't seen, and now because you're aligned with this person, then that's your opinion too. And I think when we're dealing with any subject matter, it is important to get context behind the issues that we're talking about. I find Dave Chappelle to be a very interesting person to try to summon in general. I mean, he did walk away from tens of millions of dollars because his sensibilities didn't align with how he was going to get that money. So the idea that he would be called to the table, I would fully expect for him to come back and say, these are the conditions in which that would happen.
And one last thing that I think the scariest thing of all of this is, more than anything, art needs context. You can describe stand-up, and if I just read it to you on a piece of paper, you'd be like, this is the most reprehensible thing that I've ever had, because you need to be there. You go to comedy clubs, it's context. The whole point is context. Tongue in cheek, I'm being over the top, I'm being satirical. It's context, and without that, art can easily be condemned, and this is the way we're going down. We're going down a road where people that are squares are writing things that, yes, are black and white, or describing a painting, but they're not giving it any context. So people that are going to read it and say, that's terrible, but without any context. So this is a way to attack art and attack thought, and it's happening. And anybody that's commenting on this that has not seen it is complicit.
I completely agree with you, and I want to support you. And I watched the special, and I liked the special, and there is way more depth about it in the special.
I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying watch it.
He has an opinion.
Just watch
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah. My thought here is just with Hannah Gadsby. She got brought into this unwillingly, and if it were me or I would not want my name. Now she has all these haters of Dave Chappelle fans, and she wrote out, like, get away from me. I didn't want to be involved in this. I don't want to be part of this emotionally stunted worldview. That's how her opinion is of Dave Chappelle. And yeah, she probably shouldn't have been brought into this. And now he's kind of putting her down, and I get it's a joke, but I didn't want to be put in the mix, and now she's in the mix. I kind of feel for Hannah. I don't want to be too square, but that stinks for Hannah.
I think both can be true.
I think the end result is going to be a really good one. I really do. I think, Dave Chappelle, whether or not his jokes were misconstrued, whether or not you saw the special or not, at the end of the day, he seems to be a very compassionate person. He's open to having a conversation. Hopefully they have this conversation. Hopefully a lot of people tune in and a lot of people learn something and gain some empathy. So I think this will actually end with a really, it's going to be a good result.
I love your optimism.
I
really truly do. I love that about you, Sam.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
It's great.
All right. Well, some people are calling out Angelina Jolie's hair malfunction on the red carpet. So Angelina appeared at the Eternals premiere in Rome in this gorgeous metallic strapless dress. But of course, if you go on social media, all the focus was on her hair. So take a look at this. Angie swapped out her shoulder-length hair for a longer style, but the extensions were visible, choppy, and uneven, with some on social media saying they looked like they were clipped in by a child.
Erica, do you have some thoughts?
Well, first of all, the dress is fire.
It looks
I was sitting here like, I don't know if I'm allowed to even comment on how dope that dress is.
I just saw her. Let's see her
from the front. It is a 10 out of 10, honey.
Honestly, that might be my favorite dress that we've ever shown on DBL.
Favorite dress
of all time. I like the way it fits. It looks metallic, but it's not. I think it's a really cool fit.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the equal opportunity of hair extension criticism. I'm here for that. We've been criticizing women wearing hair extensions and pieces for years, for decades, and I think that Angelina Jolie being open to that criticism is fair. I mean, we're talking about a red carpet, so everybody's looking for a look. I don't see it hurting her. But,
yeah.
I'm just simply saying that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of. Oh, I'm sorry,
Gander.
Tori.
No, I just wanted to know what gander
You just want to
was.
say gander?
I just want to know what it was. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Tori, you experiment a lot.
I
with,
have hair extensions.
Yeah.
And you can see them sometimes. And I was
And people write in.
And people write in. Thank you. I'm kidding. I'm just saying this. I got a very bad haircut, and ever since then I've been trying to grow it out. And you can see them, and I laugh it off as if I'm in on the joke. But you know, it's true. We're trying to, you know, you're sticking things in there, and if you're gonna do that, you got to take the risk of maybe you're gonna get some criticism. So at a wedding the other day, someone's like, "I can see your tape in." Thank you, honey. It's fine. You just got to roll with it.
But also, you have access to the, you know, professional makeup team. A lot of people, and going back to what you were saying, Erica, I'm a big fan of hip hop. I grew up with it, and in the late '80s, early '90s, every other rap song was like hair or weave. Yeah, I see your hair is all. It was a weird obsession with a lot of black humor and a lot of hip hop in terms of we are unbelievable. All this, and I laugh too. Those were just running jokes in the black community. So it's so interesting now. I remember the first time I even realized that white women got hair extensions. We were like doing some clip about like some country singer, and I was like, you were like, oh, she's got. I was like, oh, I didn't even know white women got them. That's how much. I thought it was only like a black community thing. So I'm learning too.
Look at Erica's face.
Yes.
She's like,
I'm just saying, like, you know, that's the truth.
Yeah.
It was a way to like make there be a less than commentary. It was also weave and hair extensions are very much have been historically about socioeconomic status. The better the hair extensions, the better weave that you were. Right. That said something about who you are.
Oh, hair sizzle.
And so, I mean, I think that we're looking at Angelina Jolie, and like, I guess she's more shocking of an example because we would think that she could, you know, she wouldn't have a faux pas with the weave, but you know, it happens to everybody. And ultimately, I think Al's absolutely right. Like, I'm just saying we should be very open about the idea of having these conversations openly.
But was like her team
I thought that was weird.
Can we just call it what it is? She went down the red carpet. A team of people were paid a lot of money, I'm sure, to make sure she was red carpet ready, and how nobody noticed that is a big miss. Let's just call it what it is.
Because she's usually pristine.
I mean, yeah. All right. So 2 stars have been cast in the upcoming Barbie movie. Margot Robbie is set to play the plastic icon. But get this, Ryan Gosling is in talks to play Ken. Greta Gerwig, who directed Lady Bird and Little Women, co-wrote the script. Here's a look at Margot and Barbie. She seems born to play that role. Wow. But what do you think about Ryan as Ken?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Wait,
I don't see him as Ken.
You don't?
You don't?
I think that's because he plays really interesting parts, but if he played it really straight.
He's too edgy and cool for Ken.
I think he's a good enough actor.
Zero swagger.
First of all, what if Ken does stink?
Ken
stinks.
Ken doesn't talk though, so how do we know what he has?
Barbie doesn't talk either.
First of all, there's a lot of like animated cartoons and stuff that we've seen over the last few decades of Barbie and Ken come to life.
No, there aren't. There's not a lot of those.
Okay, you've seen
Where
SNL
would I find
skits.
this?
Okay, but
so now we're gone with that. Now we're at SNL skits.
Well, I'm just saying, anytime you see Ken, he's got zero swagger. He needs someone with a little edge. Ryan would give him the edge. I like it.
And I think, what if the story is Ken finding himself?
Oh,
what if that's the story?
Well, you know, Greta Gerwig is definitely, I hope I'm saying her name right.
Gerwig, yeah.
Gerwig, okay.
Yep.
She's definitely edgy. She's definitely progressive. Cool. I feel like she's going to have a new spin on Barbie and Ken because Barbie and Ken traditionally are
so boring. Do you guys remember this? I'm a Barbie. Remember that song? And remember the shape of Barbie? They found out if it was a real woman, she couldn't stand up. If the proportions were put on an actual woman, the woman would not be able to stand.
Well, poor thing's been on tiptoes her whole life, too.
Ridiculous.
She has to have tiptoes out because of her heels. Poor thing's never had a flat foot, never been able to relax her calf, and never been able to put on a ballet
But what if she likes that?
She doesn't.
Okay.
She can't advocate for herself?
Oh, really? She has to be on tiptoes 24/7?
Maybe that's how she feels most comfortable. Why don't you let Barbie speak for herself instead of trying to speak over her?
I'm just saying Barbie had to evolve into finally there was a Dr. Barbie.
Why do you consider that evolving? Maybe she was happy where she was.
Oh, really?
Yes.
When Barbie was only blonde, white? Like, thank God
maybe that's all you're seeing. Maybe Barbie didn't see herself like that.
Oh,
Maybe Barbie saw herself as Maybe Barbie saw herself as a person that was. Maybe Barbie was at peace with herself.
No,
I'm here. I'm standing up for Barbie.
Thank goodness Mattel.
You guys are trying to put a personality on them when maybe they don't want to have a personality. Maybe they like chilling.
You're missing the
You're
point,
definitely
Al.
missing
You're
everything.
definitely missing everything we're saying.
Erica, stop talking.
We're all in for inclusivity when it comes to Barbie. Coming up.
Barbie might be happy.
She's not.
What about the girls that play with Barbie? Every girl wants a blonde, white Barbie.
Tiptoe?
No, they don't. There needs to be representation, and there is. Thank goodness. They've evolved.
So now we're not talking about Barbie anymore.
Oh, I can't with
Okay,
you. I
won't.
can't. Coming up on DBL, from meeting at a bar to touring the country together, meet two moms going viral for their hilarious friendship.
Closed captioning provided by. I just want to say, Michael Dean, you can take a
Point, Michael Dean.
Yeah, boys play with Barbie too.
And we just have to say, like, that is, I wish somebody would have said that in my ear. Somebody shouldn't have to say that in my ear, but I just want the viewers out there to understand that, you know, if they have a little boy that's...
I have a theory about Barbie's personality.
Okay, go ahead, Al.
You give Barbie a bland personality because you do think that the kids that are going to play with her will put their own personality into
That's
her.
the point of it.
Of
but
course
the
it is.
So then you-
representation is
But you
only
still
of a
need Barbie
suntan,
physically.
big-boobed woman.
Yeah, you
it's
still
boring.
need a physical representation of Barbie to... so
Okay,
every-
but like if she has larger breasts, that's not her fault. That's how her
Honey, she
body
couldn't
is.
stand up. It's
Can
not
I
physically
s-
fun.
There's
Can
a
I
lot of
say-
Americans that can't stand up, so they can't be represented in
Listen,
the
as
world of
someone who
wax.
purchases dolls for her daughter and would
Sam,
for
your
Miles
dolls
as well,
are terrifying. You're not the person to speak on.
as someone who purchases a lot of dolls for her daughter, I try and make them all inclusive and diverse. I have a hard time finding Asian descent Barbies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or dolls. I can
Interesting.
find, you know, ones like if you go to World Market, there's a whole section. They're not necessarily like Barbie dolls, but they're dolls and they're all different ethnicities.
You go to
Even-
World Market for dolls?
Yeah, they have
well,
really
some
good
of them have
everything.
hijabs.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, if you really want to get like an inclusive doll, you can go to World Market, Cost Plus, and they even have dolls with hijabs and stuff like that. But what I found, even there, I cannot. I did find one online. My mom even told me. My mom saw all of our dolls in a tent, and she said, "You don't have a doll with you know, like an Asian descent." And so we found one on Amazon.
Interesting.
But yeah, that seems to be lacking in the market.
The studies just came out yesterday that hate crimes are up, but mostly Asian hate crimes are up an enormous amount, and we need to be vocal about that and support our Asian brothers and sisters because that needs to be something that's in the conversation.
It was happening like every couple days.
It was
for a while.
very bad, and I know it. Yeah, we need to bring that up.
The truth about swimsuits is I don't care until 10 minutes before I have to put it on. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, should have done crunches or something. I hate everything about this.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm just here for a teachers conference.
Hey, nice
How's
to
things
you
going?
guys.
My kid's acting out. I can't imagine why.
Welcome back to DBL. If you're not one of the millions of people following I'm Mom So Hard, you are missing out. Kristen Hensley and Jen Smedley hilariously deliver their perspective on the ups and downs of modern momming, and it is so relatable. Earlier, we caught up with the ladies for today's DBL Spotlight.
No, guys, we'll handle the slow motion, after. In
Oh,
post. You
oh,
can
just-
walk in
so
a
just
regular.
walk normal?
Right.
Okay. Kristen and Jen, welcome to DBL. Now, you have a ridiculously cute story about how you met. Can you tell us how it all came down to a leather jacket? I want to know.
Jen and I had just met at a comedy show, and we found out at that comedy show that we were both from Nebraska but did not know each other in Nebraska. And we had lived in the same town. We knew all the same people. Then we end up moving to LA at different times, and we lived a block apart, and we drove matching cars.
Whoa.
We drove it was like a fairy tale meant to happen, right? We were having a great time, and then we were like, well, now we're best friends. So the next day we hung out, and we both were wearing leather jackets, and as women, you will get this. We traded leather jackets.
Oh,
and
wow.
when you trade a leather jacket, The commitment is deep and great, and we still have them, and it was like our love language to each other.
There had to be like a moment where you knew that you were gonna share every single like mom moment. Like when was that aha moment for you?
Kristen had her son first, so she was the first one of us to have babies. And I just thought, well, that's it. You know, my friends had kids. I am out of the picture. I'm not important anymore. She doesn't need me. She's got this really important thing she has to focus on. I called her like 5 or 6 weeks after her son was born. And I was like, I just miss you, and I want you to come over and see me. And if you can't, it's fine. And I heard these like tires screech outside my front door, and it was her and her husband, and they had the baby asleep in a car seat and a 6-pack of beers, and was like, yes, please, let's be normal. And like, so I knew she needed me.
Your swimsuit video went viral in just a few hours. So exactly how much wine was involved in the making of that moment?
It looks like somebody's frowning. This gives me 4 complete butt cheeks.
I will tell you, we were stone cold sober because I, not only sober, terrified, I just kept telling myself, just don't look down. Just don't look down. And then, and my other thing I said to Jen was like, I don't think a lot of people are going to see this, right? Like, this is probably like one of those that not a lot of people are going to see. And then like every literal person on planet Earth saw it. And I'm sure every guy I ever dated saw it. And they were like, well, that didn't get any better.
My favorite line is don't look down, don't look down. I practice that as well. Last time you were on the road, your entire family's jumped on a tour bus, but this time it's just the two of you. How is it going, and what can we expect between you two this time?
Well, this is called the Getaway Tour, and this is our getting away from our families and giving other moms and our fans the opportunity to get away for just a night from their families.
Well, lastly, as if you aren't juggling enough, you are adding winemakers to your resume. So tell us about Accomplice Wine.
Well, this has been one of our most difficult endeavors because it requires, you know, wine tasting and digging into different varietals and, you know, going to a vineyard that looks like heaven. And you're like, oh, fine, I'll do that. And so we are working with this really wonderful vintner out of Paso Robles, which is called the O'Neill Company, and they're wonderful, and they've been around forever.
To our viewers, if you want to join the ladies on the road, please check out imomsohard.com for dates and check out their wine at accomplicewine.com. Kristen and Jen, you are absolutely delightful. I hope I can be your friends. Thanks for joining DBL. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having us.
Last-minute Halloween costume, you may need to get creative. Let's connect the dots. Just like grocery stores, Halloween shops are experiencing major shipping delays. There simply aren't enough truck drivers to move their merchandise across the country. On top of that, excitement for Halloween this year is through the roof. The Halloween and Costume Association says 80% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating this year after many missed out in 2020. That means everybody from tiny mom and pop stores to massive retailers like Amazon are selling out of costumes earlier. And your costume may be harder to find depending on who you're dressing up as. Experts say anything pop culture related is going to be hard to track down. Companies had less time to manufacture costumes for movies and shows that just came out, meaning those Squid Game tracksuits are probably still stuck in transit. So instead of making a mad dash to multiple stores, experts say DIY is the way to go. Goodwill says people are already scouring the racks for costumes, and more families are taking it old school this year, making their costumes from scratch with whatever's at home. And that is Connecting the Dots.
DBL, we're going all in for Halloween. We'll be getting all dressed up with looks from the shows you've been binging.
No, thank you. Thank you for having us.
No. Plus, we'll get a glimpse into our futures with a live psychic reading, and actress Justine Bateman will also be here live. You're invited to our big Halloween bash this Friday on DBL.
Yay, I can't wait. Welcome back to DBL. Avoiding certain foods can actually keep your heart healthy. So we're going to chat about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. According to cardiologists, these are the foods you should try to limit or completely avoid for a healthy heart. First up, bacon, sausage, and other processed meats. I'm sorry, Erica. They're filled with saturated fat, salt, and nitrates. Next, potato chips. They have too much salt and empty carbs. Also dessert. You should enjoy added sugars in very limited quantities, if at all. And lastly, stay away from energy drinks. The added sugar in these drinks is a bad mix. So staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their Underdesk Elliptical at home. Call 1-800-556-2089 or visit QB.com to learn more. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Start of the pandemic, face masks have become part of everyone's daily lives, and now you see them just about everywhere. The nonprofit marine conservation group Oceans Asia estimated that approximately 52 billion disposable face masks were made in 2020. The group predicts that nearly 2 billion of those masks will end up in oceans around the world. This led some people to ask if disposable masks can be recycled. So let's verify. Can disposable face masks be placed in everyday recycling bins? Our sources are the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Marine Conservation Group Oceans Asia, Tom Zaki, the Chief Executive Officer of the global recycling company TerraCycle, and David Biederman, CEO of Solid Waste Association of North America. According to the Oceans Asia report, disposable masks can take close to 450 years to fully break down. Since there are several types of disposable face masks on the market, we're going to focus on the disposable medical face masks. In a press release from March 2020, the EPA said masks should not be tossed into recycling bins, and NOAA agrees.
Like any other type of trash, they need to be put in a secure trash can so they can be disposed of properly.
However, these masks can actually be recycled. In the US, there are several recycling companies that, for a fee, will drop off a box and will pick it up once the box is full of disposable face masks. CEO of TerraCycle, a company that turns hard recycled items into raw materials, explains.
We first shred them so we can separate them into the three basic material types that they're made from. You have non-woven plastics, you have metals, which is again usually the nose thing, and then elastomers, which is the band and the stretchy part that goes around the face.
Zaki explained the raw materials are not used to make new face masks. For example, the rubber strings that go around your ears.
Those are ground and then can be used in flooring applications or different, typically surface applications.
But David Biederman of Solid Waste Association of North America says these masks should stay out of traditional recycling bins.
They're not recyclable in curbside unless the local government has set up the special system that you need to recycle that material.
So we can verify, no. Disposable face masks cannot be placed in everyday recycling bins. There are some companies that do repurpose disposable masks. The process is complex, costly, and non-existent in most communities. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Don't miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive said gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Yes, Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Tomorrow on DBL, Dope Sick creator Danny Strong is here.
My people trusted me. I can't believe how many of them are dead now.
How he brought the opioid epidemic to the screen. And on the next True Crime Chronicles, the 1986 disappearance of a teenage girl. Why police have reopened the haunting case of Susan Robin Bender. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Before we go, we gotta give a big DBL shout out to Griffin Clark, who turns 12 today. So here's the thing. Not only is he a fantastic kid, but he's the son of our executive producer, Chris. Everyone here at DBL wishes you a very special 12th birthday.
Happy birthday, Griff.
Griff, you are, like, he's so smart. When he came here, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid's 12, or 11 at the time. He felt smarter than
He's way cooler than I.
He's way more evolved than I was
Way
at 12.
cooler.
They all, yeah, these kids are like they're way past where we were. But it's so great to watch them grow.
And they get sarcasm so quickly. So happy birthday, Griff. And DBL's new every day. We will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have the best day, Griff. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.